It's time for Doc's Kid Party. Join Doc, co-host Jeff Kendall, and their guests for 2+ hours of fun, frivolity, and baby fisticuffs. And now, here he is, your host, Doc Duckus.
Ooh. Where is everybody? I thought I had more people here.
You lost everybody?
Oh, Henry's there.
Did you lose Joe?
Mr. Zombie's there. Woo!
I'm here.
I'm here too.
Are we there?
Yeah. No, you didn't break your computer, did you?
Not this week.
Okay.
Lenovo.
Remember that for next time.
Get you one. Get you one, Doc. Save up.
Oops. Somebody's an avatar there.
Yeah, this time I was trying to not show myself right away because it was your show.
Okay.
Well, you're there anyway. Joe made
Now
it
I'll do
there.
it.
So, yeah.
I gave it up though. I gave it.
And it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. And
I
we have
know.
yucky weather in Oklahoma.
Well, yucky weather here too.
Yeah. Yucky weather where Joe is. So.
Yeah. Oh, Rob Cure's at
Rob Skewer's not
Okay.
going to be here.
Hey, enjoy. Happy birthday to your granddaughter.
Happy birthday there, huh?
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers to
On my
grand-
drinks over there.
Mm.
That's good.
Yes.
Because I think she's 5 or something like that.
Five.
5, I believe, or 4, maybe 4 or 5. Well, happy birthday, Robert. That's his granddaughter.
I was 5 in 1967.
I was 5 and 65.
I was 5 and 61.
Oh,
Ooh.
you guys are older than me.
I'm telling Jeff, he's texting me and I'm saying no, I'm out to coffee with the old farts on a Sunday morning.
No.
Because when you get that old, it just seems like you got to go out for coffee with the old farts. And
I love to do things like that, but the thing is, everybody's working here that I know, and then one day when I move, I'm not going to know anybody.
Yeah.
well, there's
Yes,
a-
I intend on doing the top 10 horror with James tomorrow. Yes, I do. I still got to pick my top 10 horror, which is not good, not an easy thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Maybe an early Christmas present. Thanks a lot. I had to get you something.
Jorgen got his stuff within 2 weeks that I sent.
Wow.
Like the system's working lovely these days.
Great.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Obscure.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for joining us, Beatle Brad.
It's Beatle Brad. Whoa,
Hey, Brad, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
He's making the round.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I am. After being on Joe's show and
Wow, you're making the round.
Tony?
Rachel. Tony.
Rachel.
The Rachel show?
I'm
Yeah.
kind of like Elvis. I'm everywhere, man.
Hey, did you all know, by the way, Henry just told us that Matthew Perry of Friends died. Did you know that? You knew that? Right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, Brad, you ruined my sarcasm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And also Richard Mole from Night Court died. So.
Yeah, Bull, whatever his
That's
name is.
Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing,
Yeah, that was a
Doc?
while ago, I think, Couple
Yeah.
days.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Lousy weather here, but other than that, pretty good.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've even prepared the trilogy of death.
Uh-oh.
Okay, who's going to be the third one?
Because celebrities die in threes. Right?
Yeah, in 3s.
Exactly. So,
Well,
It
Richard
was
Mole.
around 3. He said he was at
Mole.
I thought he was 70. Oh well.
Matthew Perry at 54.
Okay.
So there you go.
or maybe some you haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
ones, too.
And you never know. Mm-hmm.
Glad you didn't put up Matthew Street by chance, by accident.
Oh, my
Hey.
God. Don't even.
Wrong guy.
Yeah. Make a big mistake. That's
No,
for
it's-
sure.
It's funny how people in the comments have to announce the death hours and hours after.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Well, hello.
Beatle Brad.
This is a Martin McGrath imposter.
Uh-oh.
That's interesting.
Huh.
So, Joe, did you order any more stuff for the new Beatles or Doc
No.
or Jeff? Did you guys?
No, not yet, but the jury's out. But if I can find it, I might. We'll see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I have a special guest waiting in the wings.
Oh, we
yeah?
have a number 5. Okay.
Can
Is it
you?
Ringo?
Yeah.
Is it Ringo?
No,
Best.
no. It's
Oh
the
my
Count
God! Oh,
Dracula.
Delight.
Dracula.
What beautiful
Hello.
music they make.
oh
Hello,
my
it's Count
God!
Dracula,
Hello.
all the way
I
from
don't know if I can handle
Castlevania.
that tomorrow. Are you going to be
Yeah,
in that?
this is a little intense.
Yeah.
I just finished my Halloween Spooktacular, and Dave was Edward Scissorhands. It was so cool. He even had the fingernails of the
Fingers.
scissors and everything. Was really cool.
So when do you get the outfit on for Halloween?
Yeah, and then tomorrow, Joe and I are doing our first collab together. Did you like the thumbnail I made?
Did I see it yet? That's the question.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Messenger.
You sent me the messenger, but I don't remember it. By the way, when I come on, it's going to be live, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. When I come on, I mean, it doesn't matter. You gave me the link in advance, I guess. But can I come on just like you just start the show and send the link public, and I go on? Or would you rather not put it public?
No, I'm going to put it in the public chat, or if you want to come up
that way,
backstage with me, whatever way you want to do it.
Yeah, because the thing is, well, I'll talk to you. I'll text you because the thing, it's a long story. It's hard to me do it from Facebook.
Yeah, well, you can do it from the actual stream on your YouTube thingy.
Yeah, and there's somebody else in the wings there, but they're hiding their face.
Oh.
I
think I know
I
who
don't
that
know.
is.
Well, you don't let somebody's hiding their face.
Or they're
I
hiding
don't know.
Well, it's not Robert S. Maybe it's Tim.
I don't know.
Is it Kit?
I don't know.
You're
not going to try, are you?
Unless somebody can identify MJS.
Maybe it's the snowman.
Let's see that face. Show him that face. You don't come on if you don't know who you are.
Come on down. You're the
Come
next
on down.
contestant.
No, they're refusing to show the face. They know we're talking about him.
Oh gosh.
We have to
I know
see
who it
you
is,
are. Okay. Who is it?
They're showing the face, but I don't know.
It's Jorgen. It's Jorgen.
Oh,
it is
Jorgen.
Jorgen. It is Jorgen.
Oh,
It is
okay.
Jorgen. Okay. Jorgen can come up. There he
Okay.
is. There he is.
What the heck
There's
is that?
Jorgen. Oh, okay.
Like,
All this time, it's Jorgen.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Jorgen in the hood.
Yes.
Yeah, Jorgen.
Yes.
Forced to video, young Anakin
Yes. Requiem. Yeah.
I don't understand the Emperor bit. What does that mean?
He looks like the Emperor.
Emperor of Star Wars, of course.
May the shorts be with you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Put that mask or whatever you had back on.
No, hockey mask.
This was just the spice I made, but I felt like maybe I should do something special. So I used a bicycle helmet too.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's close.
I'm looking at that and that tiny little picture and going, like, I don't know who the heck that is.
You should
I thought you would recognize. I thought you
the
would
records and
recognize.
everything.
I thought you would recognize the background.
If there was any light, he might.
Yeah,
it's
but it's so
Jorgen, yeah.
dark back there. Gee, how,
Everybody keep complaining about the light. What do you want me to do? You want me to have a spotlight? I can't do anything more.
I'm just saying you can't really tell.
Set the bookcase on fire to light up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I got some new records to show you from AGK. Sent me some stuff, and one of them is going to be right up your alley, Doc.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So make me big, and I will show you what I got.
Show them.
All right. First of all, we got
Mhm.
Adventures.
Oh. Oh, I
That's
like
a good
that cover.
album.
Like that cover. Ooh.
There you go. All the songs in there.
92 cents on the front.
Yeah,
Right?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next up, we have the best of Steppenwolf. My favorite song, Magic Carpet Ride. It's got the Pusher on here, Born to Be Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the one I wanted for so long, I finally got it. But I heard there's different versions of this because they omit some stuff because it's a long album or something, apparently. Well, maybe Joe can shed some more light on this.
Give my regards to the broad on the street.
Yeah.
And next up, we have one I've never heard before, but I know Joe Jackson, so he sent me this one. I'm the Man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Free.
James, your lips bleeding, by the way.
I know I'm a vampire. I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
I just bit someone's neck. What do you expect? And next up, we
You
have
still didn't get it.
Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Oh, wow.
This one has a song, I Want to Know What Love Is. And last but not least,
Dr.
Doc,
Smith,
you ready?
right.
You ready for this, Doc?
Yeah.
Can't
Here we
wait.
go.
It's
Partridge.
Hey, gotcha.
Here we go.
Partridge Family.
in shrink wrap too.
Yeah.
It is.
So there you go. That's all my new albums.
Mm-hmm.
Partridge Family.
Yes,
Dig it. You are
All
the
right,
luckiest
small.
Dracula I've ever seen.
sounds good.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
I even got a cape and everything. See, I got
Yeah.
a cape here.
Ooh.
I like the headphones. I didn't really sense Dracula off. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm wearing my sports jacket and the dress shirt, and my jeans.
Partridge
Because no one's
Family.
ever going to see me from the waist
Partridge
down.
Family. We got one. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I gotta move
Jeff,
it here.
Jeff's usually quicker than I am on that one.
Why it's sitting over there? But here it is.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine's out of the way. I used to have it handy.
Joe's still looking for his.
I'm not going to get
And
it.
we can
somewhere.
also do the.
Oh,
I tried to do the picture here. Of this dude.
There you go. So,
come on, everybody! Get slap
Oh,
happy.
Jorgen. Christopher's back again. He's saying, Jorgen, buy my crappy jazz albums. I need space in my apartment.
There you go.
Jeez.
James, are you getting any of the Beatles stuff coming up?
I can't afford it right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's
But
expensive.
they are going to play on Breakfast with the Beatles. Chris Carter said on Thursday they're going to play the new song, so I'll hear it there. Oh, and Joe, guess what I watched last night? I had to rent it on pay-per-view. I saw The Lost Weekend, A Love Story. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. That's good one.
It was good.
So James, which color of Now and Then are you going to get?
I don't know. There's different colors?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, there's red and blue and black and clear.
Oh, I go with. I think I go with blue.
Unless you're going for the 45s, then you got about 700 colors to choose from.
Oh my God!
Hey, Jeff,
Beatles
in Oklahoma, on the day of the Beatles song, it's going to be 9 a.m. They're going to play it there?
Mm-hmm.
Not 10 a.m., 9 a.m.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you can get up and see it early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you still have XM?
At the same time.
Mm-hmm. So what?
Does Joe? Do you still have XM, or did you get rid of it?
No, I got rid of it. Well, now my car doesn't take it now. The new car I got, I didn't realize. I thought that satellite radio was a regular feature in every car. I didn't realize you had to ask for it and get it.
Right. Count Dracula. What's your favorite Count Dracula? Your
Bela Lugosi. That's who I'm trying to be like now. But this makeup feels so tight after it dries on your face.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine.
You look like you look like the closest Dracula you look like to me, or it's not really Dracula, is from Brides of Dracula. Did you ever see Brides of Dracula?
Yeah, Baron Meinster. He does
sure.
Baron Meinster.
Mm-hmm.
Penny Lane.
Dracula dead and loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like
Penny Lane.
Yeah, you look like Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. I know who's Doc's favorite Dracula is.
Who?
Yeah, see, it's been a secret now to let it out. It's from the serial Count Dracula.
Yeah.
Count Chocula?
Yeah, that's good.
Or Count Chocula, that's it. Yeah, I ruined
that's
it.
it. Count
Oh,
Chocula.
yeah, that's
That'd be good.
I ruined it.
You never hear about Booberry though.
No.
yeah. I'd like to try Blueberry if I ever had that shit again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's on your shelves right now. So run out to your. I think I was telling Jeff this earlier that I found a store in our mall here that had weird stuff, and they had a
Cereal.
lineup of cereal that like you could get in the States for like $5, but here $10 a box.
There you go.
Just to have a box of Count Chocula or Frankenberry.
No, you're not getting any of the candy corn cereal then. Okay.
How about Sergeant Salty?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good either. Ugh.
So see, Brad, I've got lipstick on my lips, and this is fake blood going down to my chin.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm just a white makeup, which I'm going to jump in the shower after to
You
wipe
look pretty
off.
dead.
Yeah, it looks pretty good though.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Good.
But I don't have any gel in my hair. I just have hairspray because I
Yeah,
can't
me
put
too.
gel in my hair. It itches my head.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What are you
put that
talking
gel
about?
in.
What are you talking about, Brad? Eating your hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vorgan, are you going to buy any of the Beatles stuff coming up?
Jorgen.
Or Jorgen?
I don't think he will.
I wouldn't
He's
count on
not into that. I don't think.
Let's just say that. Let me hear the song first.
Yeah, hear it at least.
Yeah, I want to hear it first before I decide.
Everything on the radio heard before. Plus, yeah.
I just hope it lives up to my expectations.
Well,
It's interesting how much talk it is for a song that hasn't even been released yet.
Well, it's the Beatles.
Oh, sorry. I was being I was being very, very rude. Sorry.
No, it's real. Just what you feel.
Well, you're realistic. You never know. It could be fantastic, or it could be a real dive.
And I know, Brad, you're trying good to be optimistic. I'm a little worried. I just hope I hope I'm wrong, because I'm afraid it's going to be a dog. I mean. Yeah, well, I hope I'm wrong. What the heck, but because I think a lot of people aren't going to like it, and a lot will. I think it'll be split.
I have a feeling that it will be. I have a feeling that it will be produced by Timbaland and have Drake as a rapper.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And if it comes out lousy, it'll all be in the dollar bins the next day.
Yeah,
So
Doc will work on it, and we know it's going to be good.
Does anybody know what the #1 album in England is?
Right now?
Yes, you saw that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hackney Diamonds.
Great.
#1 in England.
That's good.
Let's
Did you
go.
get your copy, Doc?
Yeah, but I've got a rant about that now too.
Oh, we can't get it.
What's your rant, Doc? Oh, you have to
Hey,
record it.
Tim Allen. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you earlier.
What do you mean it can't be worse than Mr. Moonlight? Shut up.
Mr. Moonlight is underrated.
Anyway, I just found out, I guess it was last night, just found out that on the Japanese version of Hackney Diamonds, they put him living in a ghost town.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
you got to go all the way to Japan to get it.
No, so I jump on eBay and I'm, put in the Japanese of the Hackney Diamonds. They're all like $40 or more, roughly. But I mean, like, why are they getting it and not us?
That always happens. It happens with everything.
It does.
I'm severely disappointed. Like,
I mean, I did like that song. I don't remember. I haven't played it since it first came out.
Well, yeah, but I remember liking it back then.
I liked it. But I don't know if I like it on the album.
It was kind of weird that they put it out, but there was no physical media of it ever released. And I kind of thought, well, maybe they'll put it on the next record. Well, the next record's here. It's not on it. And I went, oh, well, okay. And then all of a sudden, the Japanese CD has it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm definitely not happy again.
You're living in the wrong country.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Japan after this.
The whole CD the album, the whole thing is great. I think it's, really, really good.
Well, I've heard. I really like it.
I mean, I keep raving. I'm really I can't stop. I feel like I got to shut up about it because I like it so much.
There's nothing wrong with that. No.
Well, I like Bite My Head Off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would, Dracula.
That's right. Yeah. So what should I do? I should not download it now. You think, right?
When in the Google search to get it, put in older version.
Older version.
Okay.
And it'll come up older.
Yeah, that's what I got now. Because when I got the current version, it's
yeah.
So like, what did they do to it? So I put in 4K downloader, old version, and yeah, it's out there. So you have to kind of do an extra hoop to get it. But yeah, I've got the older version running.
It's filled with broken glass.
When did that Ghost Town thing? Was that from 2 years ago?
2020,
Yeah,
it was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it was during COVID.
So yeah, I 4K downloaded it then, thinking it wasn't going to be on an album. So like, yes, I've got it, but then like you'd want a physical release of it, like a real one, but only in Japan.
Yeah.
I can shock everyone by saying that there is actually one song on the Rolling Stones album that I actually think is good of what I've heard. That is Mess It Up.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that one is one of the better I've heard them ever do.
For you. Mess it up. Where's what's his name? Darren when he wants me to sing Stones.
Yeah.
I like Matthew Street's box set or whatever he got.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Got a family gifted member.
Yeah.
Gifted
I know, but where, like in the world that you can buy one, where was that from?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, look what I got, and I was impressed that there was a shirt in it.
Yeah, that reminds me of those pastry boxes that Paul had out for McCartney 3.
Yeah.
How many of those pastry boxes? I got like 5 or 6 or 7 or something of them. Can't see them now. They're buried back there. Too bad.
It looked better than a pastry box. He's opening shirt like, see that nice.
Yeah.
And here's a nice shirt. I'm going like, well, what do we get with now and then? We get a pair of socks. You got to buy your pair of socks.
Why do you mess it up? Mess it up. Mess it up for you.
Darren Gamble's here.
You know what I need? The lyrics. I need the lyrics. That's what I need.
Okay.
Say you're further along than I am with it.
Painted Black. That old outdated stuff.
You did it better than I did.
Yeah.
Painted Black.
I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I had to turn my head until my darkness goes. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah, they hum the last verse.
Joe, that sounded more like Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
What happened to you? Where'd he go?
Oh, I went to go get something here.
Get something.
Who wants to show us?
Change your name to Beatle Black.
Let's see what it is. Oh,
it's a blackout.
Hey, there he is.
And he's back.
It's a trap.
It is a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Oh, you got it.
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I can be with him as well.
But I know what he likes about it. I know already what he likes.
What is Beetle Brad's favorite thing, gentlemen?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And it's colored on both sides.
That's right.
Hey, it's red. It's blue.
It looks red, more red, right, on the camera, but it's purple.
Yeah, that's why I shot my video outside because it came out more.
Looks more red, right?
Yeah, more purple-y outside.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not too fond of the inside picture though. The one that's in for the gatefold.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with that. It's like, well, it's not too. I mean, it's almost just it's not that great at all. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for the 45 and the 12-inch of the Beatles that they come up. I hope it's a better picture. I hope that's not the real deal, but I don't know. It might be.
You know any serendipity singers?
No, I don't. I heard of them. What are they? Are they like quiet? Like they don't sing or something? They're quiet. What is it? Instrumentals?
Yeah. I almost messed up my video because I kept thinking of the Monkey song. That was then. This is now. So
yeah.
Oh my God! Oh, that takes. Does that take the vote as the worst Beatles album?
It does.
Related cover.
Yeah.
That's even worse than Live at the Star Club.
They couldn't come up with something better than that.
Is it the official album cover though?
Crazy, man.
I'm even going to do a Beatle Brad rant when that comes out.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Well, I mean, I was putting this up as one of the most unimaginative ones I thought, but at least it has their faces. It has their name on it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Well,
ugly.
I mean, Joe heard me say it, but I think the best picture would have been that this is the one where they're on the banister thing, and it's the older one, and then the younger picture up above that. That would have been the better one.
Anything like that.
But
Yeah,
that
would have been good.
Is that the official cover though?
Oh yeah, the now and then, of course.
Oh yeah, Driving Rain. At least not. Driving Rain's dismal and
I like Driving Rain. I know Joe.
But it's not a bad. It has Paul on the cover at least.
Yeah, but just the cover. He's talking cover.
But see, they made a promotional poster for this, and
Yeah.
the younger Beatles are up here. For the poster, which I've got the poster upstairs. I can go get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's the back. I'd make it more so you can see it.
Yeah.
You know, the older picture and then the younger
No,
picture
it's the
up
older
here.
one. Yeah,
That
and then the current
Which-
picture up below it, maybe.
And
Which was going to be the original Let It Be front cover. Was this one, as Joe knows?
Yeah.
But I was always intrigued by this picture. I always thought this was just like, okay, this is really different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, with them kind of.
that kind of looks like Mad Day Out.
I think they should have put Brad's face on the cover now and then.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
It's a Beatle Brad, yeah.
That would have really dropped sales.
Brad like this.
Not this Friday, but the Friday before, Brad. I was listening to Breakfast with the Beatles, where they had their Friends and Family Friday, and I heard the funniest song by the Bonzo Doodah Band, "Give Booze a Chance."
Yeah, I heard a good part of that. I mean, pretty much all of it.
And when the guy burps in the song, I was laughing so hard. I said, "Oh my God, this has to be Monty Python behind this song."
Yeah, that's good.
Because they're all trying to sound drunk, and they're talking about the different booze he could drink, the different beers, vodka, and everything.
Probably
I
a Neil
don't
Innes
have
song.
any of that stuff. I don't know if Joe has any of the Doodah Band stuff or not. You know,
I can't recall. I don't think I have any.
They were on a British television series called "Do Not Adjust Your Set." That some members of the money. I have that on DVD.
But I am certainly anxious to hear the Red album.
Yeah.
With the mixes, different mixes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about hearing. And on CD. I mean, I didn't order the CDs because I'm hoping that on the 10th, or if not earlier. Wait, the 10th is on. What date is the 10th on?
Friday.
What is it, Friday? I'm hoping that I can get it Thursday or something. But anyway, I'm hoping I can just like get that and listen to that in the car. That's what I want to do. I'm hoping.
But what the single comes out Tuesday or Thursday?
Friday.
Thursday. I'm all mixed up here.
Well, it's premiered on Thursday.
But doesn't but the physical single
stores on Friday?
Let's see, Friday's the wedding. You know, it's like Friday is the wedding. You believe this?
I feel sorry for Joe.
Maybe Henry. I haven't decided if they're gonna if anybody wants to get their top 10, but they can do it in the comments. Not on the actual chat if they comment on the actual video.
Yeah, I'll be doing my top 10 list. I'll be writing it down an hour before the show. No, because I haven't done it yet, and I'm going to show you holding up movies. Can I hold them up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not writing a list. I'm going to show physical media. I have 10 that I'm
going
to show.
And do you want these in order?
Or
does it matter?
Because do it like it's going to be from 10 up to
that's
number one favorite.
That's what I mean. So you want me to rank them?
Yes.
That's it's hard. It's hard. Well. It's really hard, man. It really is.
Joe and I were
It's easy.
talking.
I've done it before.
Yeah, Joe and I were talking about this, James, and I don't want to give it away, but I think I kind of will. James, Joe's very favorite movie was when he and I premiered at Beatle Fest last year. That's his favorite movie. So
that was my favorite horror movie. Yes.
Well, I'm really looking forward to doing this with Joe tomorrow. I'm excited. I've always wanted to do something with Joe and finally have him on my channel. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it myself.
I won't be Dracula. I'll just be myself.
When I say it's difficult, James, what I mean is for me personally to come up with 10. It's really hard. And I don't know what my number one is. That's the hard part.
Hopefully it's not scare him.
We're gonna go for basically try to keep it under an hour because I forgot when I said 2:00 is at 3:00. It's actually 7 a.m. UK time for my friend Alan. He goes live at 3, so I got to make sure we finish before that.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Because I got to be in there because I'm also a mod in there, and we're finishing up on a contest I'm in.
Wow.
Not a problem.
I can also say that I have now from tomorrow gotten another work practice that I will attend to, and that leaves that I might be on this stream a little bit lesser. Depending on that, I'm going up early morning after.
Oh, no.
I see. Said the blind.
I'm not going to be. I'm going to be here shorter times.
Henry, that's not a horror movie.
It's a horror.
Yeah, that's not even on my list.
No, that's not. No.
Well, my number one is a no-brainer, but I'm not going to say what it is.
You better
Don't
not
say it, man.
No.
So how do you do this? Like, I don't want to start like just picking the ones in my mind that everybody
I
picked.
basically know what I'm going to have, and I'm also counting franchises as one.
Hopefully, Harem Scarem's not
Yeah.
in your list there, Joe.
Well, James, didn't you say that your number one was? I'm just kidding.
Don't say what it is. I want to surprise Joe with my number.
Yeah,
one
I don't want to. You know, when I'm thinking, like, yeah, I think there might only be. I think right now there might only be one franchise.
He might choose The Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
Don Knotts?
I might pick Two Girls, One Cup.
Well, Danny Ambrosio like that.
Yeah.
I had to say it. Where is Danny again lately? He's disappeared again.
We haven't seen Danny in just about a month.
Yeah.
No.
Danny, where are you? You're on the milk carton.
Isn't that
Hope you're doing well, Donnie.
Frankenstein, where he goes, oh, Shemp.
What? What Shemp?
No, he calls him that in one of the horror movies. Abbott and Costello. He goes, Shemp.
No, he never calls him Shemp. He calls him Chick.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I was
Chick.
Whoops, wrong one.
And none of the other ones. You got different names in the other ones, but not Shemp, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I have Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh yeah, whoops.
Okay, here we go. I ain't doing it if I know you're picked. No, I'm kidding.
I gotta keep my mouth shut. No,
I'll do it. And let me tell you, you could rest assured that that's not going to be on mine, Henry. You can rest assured.
No drinking on the show.
No.
Yeah.
What?
There's not going to be any dead and loving it either.
Yes.
It's really hard.
That's a good movie, though.
Yeah.
I could just say all the Universal horrors. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, a franchise counts as one. So I'm gonna have a couple, and I think you're gonna like what I've got on my list.
Whatever happened to the Universal movie franchise? You're rebooting it, and they quit.
God, they can't do that right no matter what they try. It's amazing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because I don't like modern movies the way they do those. I don't like The Mummy.
They started with The Mummy as like the beginning of a new monster universe, and then
But make them somewhat serious. Make them, come on. Make them like the real
all
monsters.
Brendan Fraser's fault.
They're trying to redo the Hammer franchise with.
I'm going to admit that the Brandon Fraser Mummy movies were actually really good.
I hate them.
I like them too, Jorgen. I thought they were good.
But I'm in the minority.
The Rock in the second one.
Are you kidding? Oh God. Oh. The Rock is an actor.
What The Rock is cooking in part 2.
You're going to make Joe throw up on film.
Well, like I say, I'm in the minority, but that's the Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy. This is only my opinion. Absolutely epitomizes everything I despise about modern movies, and that's 1999. That's not 2023.
That had CGI cartoonery then.
Everywhere, those things that are running, those scarab or bugs or whatever, all cartoons. I can't stand it.
Yeah, they need to bring back the Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't worry, it'll come back.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry.
But when I do show my franchise, I probably will. I might be 2 franchises. I may show, like, how do I explain it? This is I'm considering this as one, but this is my favorite one in that franchise.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll hold up the one that I like the best.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, speaking of Tim Allen, speaking of Frankenstein, the original with Boris Karloff was on Turner Classic Movies the other night. I recorded it, and right after that, they had Bride of Frankenstein, which I also recorded, which I still have to watch. But I wound up watching. The Lost Weekend.
Yeah, that's a horror movie. No, it's not. Well, in a way, it is. I did feel sorry for May at the end of it. I got to say, even though, I was a little tearful.
Because she was really deeply in love with him, as she said.
Yeah, and remember, May, that's your perspective of it.
I found out a lot of stuff from her point of view that I never knew about John.
Yeah, well, people will take it for fact from this point on. But I did like it.
But I have a question for you, Joe, about something in that documentary. Why didn't Yoko want Julian to talk to John? When
you see, that's the thing. You see what I mean? That's a perfect example. Trying to paint her so bad in that picture. Who knows? Maybe in that particular day, she didn't. I don't know. She didn't want him disturbed. It was bothering him. Any wife might do that once upon a time. No, he's too not today or something. Not now. But the thing that gets me is, I've got tons of pictures. They're all over the internet of Yoko, Julian, and John together over the years, the '60s, the '70s, and there's plenty of people. Yoko even standing with Julian like this, with her hands like on his shoulder, like you do to people and stuff. And they're going sledding. There's a picture of them. You ever see they're going sledding in Central Park down a sled, Julian and Yoko.
Yep.
Give me a break, But no, of course, May's got to make it. You have to be the Dragon Lady. That I don't doubt that happened, but that's just one story, I mean, I don't know. That could happen to anybody at any point,
But
Julian
was around a lot. He was around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's right.
What is there's a picture? I think in the late '70s. I don't know, '79 maybe. Or they went away or something. And Yoko, I forget what book it's in, and Yoko's showing Julian how to make a Japanese. What do you call that?
Origami
or macrame, something macrame or something.
Origami.
And I'm like, there you go. I mean, come on. There's even a picture. You ever see the picture much later of Cynthia hugging Yoko?
Ooh.
With Julian and Sean in the picture, and they're hugging Yoko and Cynthia. They're like the I don't know, '90s or 2000s or something.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I have it. I'll try to find it if nobody's seen it. So come on with this, really,
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not knocking Yoko or anything.
No, not you.
I mean, trying to figure out what was going on because I was confused.
No, I don't mean them. I mean, I don't mean you, but in general, I'm talking about people in general. But my stance on this. I'm just tired of it. People want to hate, and that's what they do.
Well, now you put it into more perspective. Now I understand that part in this.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she was just being bitchy that day.
Yeah.
Controlling. Who knows?
And it kind of keeps the fire going. Everybody gets fired up, and it keeps the drama going.
But it's funny how she masterminded the whole relationship between May Pang and John.
And as I say, I think it's a smart move.
It was.
I mean, what are you going to do if your husband's was a Beatle and all the girls want him, and he's going to be playing the field and running around with all kinds of women? I guess keep him with your person who works for you to watch. keep an eye on. It's not very, I don't know, par for the course. It's not something that you do. It's unusual. It's weird. But I know it's quiet.
But I like one scene in there where John is really honest about smacking May Pang when he was drunk and stuff.
Smacking?
Because he thought every time he got drunk, he'd be violent.
Yeah, well, when are we going to see the video of Ringo beating Barbara up and stuff like that? Are we ever
I heard about that one too. But
are we ever going to make a movie about that or a document? No, I guess we're not going to do that.
No.
Or George sleeping with Ringo's wife, Maureen? No.
During the promo video, I think that's where it's racked my brain, I guess, Joe.
There's never been a lot of documentaries about Ringo. It's always been Paul or John or George, but Ringo, he gets left out in the cold. He needs one too.
Yeah.
We'll get Peter Jackson on it.
Yeah. I think, Brad, we have to start something going with Ringo now.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? They need it.
And they'll call it "What's My Name?"
Yeah,
that'll be the title of the documentary. "What's My Name?" And everybody.
My wife absolutely can't stand that song.
I don't like that. I love the album, but I don't like that song.
Yeah, she can't stand it. She almost walks out of the room. She's like, I just can't.
Not bad again.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, it's him.
Did I ever tell you how much the box office receipt for the last weekend was? No. 120,000.
Wow.
It didn't do well at the box office.
I don't expect that to do it.
I saw it in many theaters. Yeah, Joe. I think Joe, you saw it in the theater too, didn't you?
Yeah.
There must have been like 3 people in the theater because it only made 120,000.
No, why would it have more? Really?
There weren't that many where I was. Has it come out to DVD yet?
It has.
First, I heard it was on October 13th. I heard first, and then I think May said it's December. So I don't know.
For the story of peace and love.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea, Tim. Yes, that sounds perfect.
What did Tim say?
Excuse me.
You can never have enough documentaries.
No.
Joe, you ought to get your Yoko autograph.
Mike, I'll drink to that.
There you go. We all.
I've got Yoko's autograph too. Joe and I can show Yoko autographs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy that I met her twice, and at the time I met her, I was not into records, and I didn't bring any records. I can't believe that. I got an index card signed, a white index card, and then another one. I pulled a page. I was in a rush, so I looked through the Beatle book, and I pulled out some page, and I had to sign a picture of it on the page.
Or something. But yeah, you could have sign my Walking on Thin Ice or something.
Well, I should have had the Double Fantasy one at least, Double Fantasy, and I didn't have that. And I don't think I had any at the time. I didn't have any solo Yoko albums. I had to do now.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but if Yoko ever called me up and invited me for tea and cookies with her, I'd go. I'd do it.
Oh yeah,
tea and cookies.
Tea and cookies. That'd be Would you like to come over for tea and cookies?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to. Why not, Yoko?
Yeah, really.
She can tell me John stories.
If Yoko would ask me, I would be very suspicious since I don't know her.
Oh. I'd be really concerned because she's not doing well.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd probably bring Brad and Joe with me for backup just in case something happens.
Yeah.
You mean she starts singing? Sorry, I just couldn't. I couldn't help myself.
Well, that's okay, but I say, it's the old cliche. Yeah, I know. She does a scream. Nothing else.
And besides, there's no cookies allowed in the Lennon house. John had to bake them himself, probably.
And if it was anybody else, any other wife trying to take care of her husband and keep him on a diet, what is it called? Macrobiotic diet. Nobody'd say a thing. But because it's Yoko, they make fun of it,
I wonder that too, Henry, where that Double Fantasy album.
I think it was auctioned, wasn't it? Wasn't it auctioned?
I thought it was auctioned at one point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Last night,
well, you have to have the big bucks for that.
It's in Brad's house, actually.
Aha!
Yeah. I went to a Beatles display in Michigan, and actually it was there that John Lennon one. It was in glass.
Really?
I did a whole video on it. Yeah, it was really cool to see it.
When were you in Michigan? Why didn't you call me up?
I should have. Yeah, it was a couple of years back, and I was at the Henry Ford Museum, and they had a Beatles display, which I just happened to luck out on. I didn't know that there was even there, but they had a big Beatles display thing and all that. But yeah, it was kind of neat. Have you ever heard? You guys know Freddie and the Dreamers?
A horrible song.
Yeah,
I'm telling you now. What's the video? It's the performance I don't like.
I didn't know Freddie and Freddie himself. I didn't know he did a tribute song to John Lennon, though.
Oh,
I
yeah?
never did that. I never heard it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
you gotta love the dance in that song.
I'll tell you something I heard today that if this is true, I didn't know this, which is saying a lot, because I was listening to Breakfast with the Beatles, and the guy played "Go Now," Moody Blues, and he played the live version from Rock Show, and he said Paul liked this song a lot, so much that he used it for Penny Lane. Like the sound of "Go Now" or whatever he did with it. Now I guess "Go Now" came first, and I'm like, I was listening to "Go Now" and I thought I could see the Penny Lane sound in it now. So I never knew that if that's the case.
I hear it.
Didn't know that. Haven't heard that one. Huh.
No, Doc's wearing them.
Yeah, I got it.
Doc's doing it.
Yeah.
Let's see your shirt. Show us your shirt, Doc.
Oh, that's a nice shirt.
Oh, the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon.
Yeah.
I think I had one like that with a black shirt, but I don't know where that is.
No, it was roughly about a month ago that I said I had been to another Beatle Fest type thing, and I said, "Yeah, I've got the program for it. I can't find it." That was a month ago. You know what? When I had the computer trouble, I was digging up old programs. Well, I found it, and there we are.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1988.
Arbor, Michigan.
Michigan. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's proof.
So yeah. Oops, where am I here? So like how to get there.
Oh, how to get there.
All the guests and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Where all the exhibits were.
Right. Now, where's Robert's house?
Yeah. Yes, even upside down.
Oh.
Even Yoko
Oh.
put her sanction
Okay.
on it. Yay!
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, that's
she's
nice.
smiling.
But mine is not signed by Beatle Brad.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, but
Well, next time you see him, he's going to sign it for you.
Yeah.
But this is the one where I got the thing called the feet of Pete Best because he was there.
wow.
So it's just
Pete
that
Best
day,
gave me COVID.
yeah, and it was just sort of, I'm within 5 feet of Pete Best. You know.
Well, I think Rogue Best gave me COVID.
Oh, yeah, but it was the best COVID you ever had.
No.
And by
Rogue.
the way, I've got my 5th shot this
Oh
week.
boy.
Ray Peyton gave me COVID.
Yeah. So like.
So, Doc, what is the album of the week?
Well, first let's read what Tim Allen has to say.
All right.
Go now. Being recorded by Bessie Smith.
Interesting.
Well,
But what did it
somebody
sound
else
like?
recorded it too.
I never
Did it
knew
have that same arrangement though, Tim? Like Penny Lane-ish sound?
Benny, yeah. But okay, album of the week. All right, here we go.
Let's just say that.
Learn to Smoke.
Learn to Smoke.
Mason.
James Mason and the Chipmunks.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No, James Mason
Chipmunk's
looks
going to
different.
die of lung cancer.
Is that a joke or is that actually an album?
Well, certainly it is. Of course it is.
And they said rock and roll wouldn't last.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
We're open to that.
It's filled with broken glass.
Let me correct Tim Allen.
Ooh.
Let me correct Tim Allen. Bessie Smith died in 1937, so it can't be in the early 60s.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's Google it.
I'm sure there'll be a way to figure that out.
I just did.
Oh, did you?
I might not be on much longer because I have to go take a shower and get this makeup off because the makeup's so tight on my face.
Oh.
Now.
Tim, get ready to jump on.
And I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm
So 1 o'clock my time, all right? That's what I got to remember.
Yeah, 1 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock.
Dinner? What's that?
Supper.
Dinner.
What's that line? The streets of a filled with broken glass. I'm going to sing that line perfectly. I'm going to
Her name was Bessie Banks.
Bessie Banks.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Banks.
Well, they smoked in all those 1930s and 40s movies.
Jane and Michael Banks.
Yeah.
Now
they don't. That's another thing. The album doesn't have the lyrics. The CD does.
What? That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Or at least I can read my CD because I like to read the lyrics as I'm listening.
Find out the line that filled with broken glass. Love the way he says gloss.
Tim Allen says, yeah, I apologize. I got the name.
I'm just going to make it simple for you, Joe. All you have to do is come in on your YouTube name in the chat, and I'll put the link in the chat, and then I just bring you up from there.
That's the easiest way. I'll be right there at the beginning. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, you could do that. You could do that also, I believe, before you go live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can like.
Oh yeah, sure I can. Yes, and then you can.
If you want to talk a little,
we'll live together. Yeah, I can do that. Before I go live, I'll put the link in there, and then you just click on it. You can come up with me.
Yeah, and then when you're ready, then you hit live.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
Okay. Thanks.
Sounds good. Before we go live, I'll put the link for you.
Terrific.
Don't go away.
Yeah, of course I wound up getting the vinyl. I liked it. I didn't know I was going to get it when I was bitching about not, but then I loved it. Who knew I was going to love it that much?
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you because I have to go get this makeup off and take a shower and that because it's tight on my skin now.
Come off. You might have to use SOS pack.
And then I'm going to get a bite to eat because I'm getting hungry.
Oh, whose neck are you going to eat?
Yeah, exactly. Dracula.
I don't know if I'm going to bite tonight.
Yeah.
I have one person in mind, but I can't say their name.
Don't say it.
You didn't even do a Dracula impression. Come on.
You want a Dracula impression? Okay. Listen to the children of the night. What beautiful music they make.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Come to me.
I fly. You don't.
I
It's just like later.
That's the best I can do.
Okay.
Wilbur.
May the force be with you, Carl.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Joe.
Sure. See you.
All right,
Bye, James.
Bye,
James.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. See you
See
later,
ya.
I
guys.
hate long goodbyes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Doc,
really.
Jeff,
Yeah.
Jorgen.
SOS and love
for now.
Yeah.
Just great. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Since James is gone, here you go. We're back to the chipmunks. There's the chipmunks.
James
House.
is
There
gone.
you go.
That's a real chipmunk. Hello,
That's
Peter.
it.
Now that James is gone, I can tell you, Bela Lugosi never had blood in his mouth in those
I
movies.
know he was a very messy.
No, he's a real clean vampire. I mean, didn't see teeth either. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's that chipmunks album, and then there's this one.
It looks like the same one.
Mhm.
What's the
The
difference?
It
Beatles.
is, but this one is from. This one is actually this is from Uruguay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Or no, actually no. I take that back. On the back of it, it says from Spain.
Well, the
Mhm.
Chipmunks sing in Spanish too, huh?
Yeah.
And then you got to have the knockoff too.
Oh yeah.
Here,
Hard days.
Geez.
Hard Day's Chipmunks.
Mhm.
And here's Tim.
Here comes
Ta-da!
Tim.
There.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Everybody,
Welcome to the Doc Doc
hello.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
How you doing?
Yes, he was. This is true.
Yeah, after biting them.
There's blood.
Welcome to the Doc Doc Show, Tim.
Blah blah.
He looks like Baron Meinhauser, or whatever the name is. Meinster. What is it? Or Meinster?
Yeah, for Baron Meinster from
Yeah,
Brides
he
of
has
Dracula.
Because
Yeah.
he's got the lighter colored hair.
But actually, if you see, was that goofy Dracula in the Monkeys episode, man, Monstrous Monkey Mash, walking around. You know,
I tell you, one of the good
Remember
ones
that
is
one.
Dracula Dead and Loving It, though. I still think that's
Yeah.
pretty. Or Murder by Death. That's pretty funny too.
Mhm.
Tim,
Oh, that's hilarious.
you got a request there from Henry. Go
That's
ahead.
got the Sting Journey.
Murder by Death is great. You seen that one, did
No,
Joe?
thank you.
I probably did. I just don't recall. Is that the Hitchcock one? A Family Plot? What do I keep thinking about? The last
Family
Hitchcock?
Plot Hitchcock. Murder by
Yeah.
Death is a bunch of movie stars and all these different detectives, and
Yeah.
I
it's
get
really
Murder
funny.
by Death and The Cheap Detective confused for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Falk, isn't it?
Yeah, they might both be Peter
Yeah.
Falk. I think The Cheap Detective is the one where everybody gets murdered by getting shot in the forehead, and none of them fall down. They all just stand there dead.
No.
Wow.
And Peter Falk eventually says, "Oh, why does nobody fall down after they're dead?"
I don't know.
Italian.
No, Romanian, I believe.
Or Hungarian. The same thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Hungary's part of it.
You're just hungry.
Bela Blasco. His name's not Lugosi. It's Blasco.
Right.
Blasco.
He was from Lugos, Hungary.
Yeah. That's why he called himself Lugosi, which is a great name.
I had a CD I wanted to show Tim. I don't think I showed this to you. Maybe I did, but you remember it was a couple of weeks back. So we were talking about making your own CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Let me get the glare out of it. There we go. It's a little better.
The lost recording? Where'd you find those?
It was lost.
How do you know? You found
He
it.
lost and you found him.
And here's my back of it.
Oh, cute. Hey.
Isn't that cute?
Oh yeah, Columbia.
Yeah, I thought Tim was talking about making his own discs and stuff. That's one of the recent ones I did, and then I just made a recent one for Where to Go. I put all the EPs together and made a CD, and it's called Ringo Starr's EP collection.
Oh, okay.
I had it here a minute ago, but anyway. Okay, back making me
I haven't made any covers recently. I've been making CDs.
You make me smile.
Because I've got the Robert P. one someplace.
Okay. Well, how you doing, Brad?
Yeah, really. I got
Brad
a tooth
show.
right here. You want to say it? It's
Yeah,
Now the Brad Show.
the Beatle Brad show. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Hey.
But you're missing one now.
Now, yes. But
Now.
You gotta make. Now you have to make them again.
I like the back. That's great.
Yeah.
with bonus tracks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Powerpuff Girls, whatever. So, yeah, there we go.
I haven't gotten around.
Yeah. Even made a cool cover.
That's cute. Yeah, that's really good.
Ta-da. Yeah. So, who needs to buy all these?
There's the one I made.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a business card.
If I was going to make one,
Yeah,
I'd have to go back about 25 or 30 years for my picture of Ringo, because I'd want one without a peace sign.
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to go back that far to get it.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I was going to airbrush that out. I think with Ringo and with the peace sign, I was going to try and airbrush it out. I probably should have.
Well, you can use like a Microsoft Paint or something to just obliterate it or something.
It's filled with broken glass.
I'm surprised nobody's ever done that. Take Ringo's peace sign and kind of manipulate it into just him sticking his middle finger up instead of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great magazines.
There you go.
Fabulous.
Even
Well,
back then.
they said this is V for victory, that there was no peace sign then. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the earliest picture I can see of Ringo doing that.
Those are great publications, aren't they, Joe?
Yeah, they had a bunch where I went, but I only picked that one because of the cover. The rest of them I didn't do.
Yeah, they're expensive to get though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd frame this one of these days, but I need more wall space. I can't do it here.
Show the pictures inside, Joe. Show.
There's pictures inside here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be good.
Beatle-related pictures?
Fat Beatles pictures.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, there's pictures in here of
Centerfold.
Dusty Springfield.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to look if there's any. This is very, man, it smells, all the mold is coming out of here. Oh, look at this. The greatest star of all time. There he is.
Oh,
my God.
Broken glass.
I told you.
Oh, I gotta see if there's any Beatles related. Man, this smells like mold or something. Oh,
Uh-oh.
who are these guys?
Been in somebody's garage for 40
I can't
years.
tell who they are.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hollies.
Oh, yeah, the Hollies. That's, yeah.
That's
Filled
the
with
archive.
glass. Stuck in my head. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. I don't see any Beatles in here, but I do have Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Pacemakers.
Well, the pacemakers.
Perry and the Jace Makers.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay, you can make me smile.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ringo. Good old Ringo.
Yeah, I gotta I got this thing. These things are just hanging out around the house. I don't have them anywhere. I put it in a plastic. Oh, Jesus.
But Ringo did this in that picture, what was probably 1964 or 5.
Yeah,
He
it's like
made
4.
Well, 60 years ago, his hand froze that way, and he's never been able
Yeah.
to.
I think
drums.
that could be what happened. I think I'm going to
It
take
makes
it.
it very hard to play the drums. but
Yeah.
He manages.
I think that's what might have happened.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
filled
Did.
with broken glass.
Are you gonna go get another Fabulous?
No.
You look fabulous.
If that's a request for a sound effect, I don't have them anymore.
You look fabulous.
You have to
I have to
record them.
restart all my sound effects. All
Mhm.
and haven't done much of it yet. So
I could see Mick Jagger in that role. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
I want to be a part of it, so I'm gonna go get my fabulous one.
Okay.
Oh, how many you got?
I'm just gonna bring one.
If we're broken glass.
Mhm.
I need the lyrics, man. Where's that CD?
Back in an hour.
Yeah, and he also was supposed to be. They asked him to be in A Star Is Born with Barbara Streisand. He said no.
Mm.
So,
I think we all are grateful for that.
yeah,
I think so.
because Elvis was the first choice. I think Mick Jagger was
Yeah, and the
second.
Colonel said no.
Then they got Chris Christopherson. So
How dare Elvis sing I Did It My Way when he does it everybody else's way?
yeah.
I did it my
Well, hi.
way.
It's 4:00. We've been on an hour. Yes.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Is that all it's been?
We've blown an hour so far. Yeah, that's good.
What's Batman is on Collector's Call. Batman.
Oh,
I think it's a rerun.
Yeah, they're running out of ideas.
Because if I remember, they showed this guy, and he's got all this Batman stuff. The camera pans over, there's a Batmobile sitting there. And I'm going like, what's that? And then they pan off it and never go and talk about it. Like,
Yeah, Doc, you realize you said that about every one of those shows. But you're not wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
When the guy's got a Batmobile sitting in his garage, and then they pan back and don't talk about it. I'm going
It's
like,
filled with broken glass.
Don't. Yes, we know about Suzanne. Yes, we know.
Yeah, but you forgot about that one in your trilogy, Doc.
The other trilogy.
That's the trilogy. I call that the trilogy of the ones Doc knows about.
Yeah, that's the trilogy.
Yeah.
1 and 2
and 3
and 3. That's a trilogy. You can't throw Suzanne Summers in that. No.
Right, she's already.
Broken glass.
Yeah. But if you're going to be quiet, I'll have to play a commercial.
Okay.
Oh, what's so quiet around here?
And Tim's just in time for it.
Yeah.
Oh, the heat. Pass me a fab, Parker. Fab, Parker. Just think. All those hundreds and thousands on an ice lolly.
That was scary.
That's good.
Yeah, what's with that driver? What is he supposed to be?
It was scary. I played the wrong one.
Oh.
Oh, well.
This is what I want.
Parker?
Yes, m'lady?
Don't forget to collect my new dress for the races.
Yes, m'lady.
And do polish the car when we get back.
Yes, m'lady.
And tidy up the mansion.
Yes, m'lady. With your ladyship's permission, I'd like to go to the bank.
Very well, but don't dawdle.
Hello, can I help?
Have been sent this letter asking me to pop in.
Oh, can I have a look, please? Right, Mr. Parker.
Just Parker.
Well, Parker, I've got some great news. You've won the top prize in our Savers prize draw. Congratulations!
500,000 quid? Blimey.
What do you think he'll spend it on?
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of something.
Parker? Parker?
That was good. It's 6 each.
90% of it the government will take. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just got one question. What's with the frozen cable that he had in his mouth in the car?
Oh no.
He had a cable, that white cable that went from the back and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to see that. No.
I showed it on Doc's channel, but I've got the diecast to the car.
Oh yeah, the original one.
Yeah, I did show it. It's made by Dinky.
Ah, yes. Ooh.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, the penguin turned good in every episode.
He did.
Yes, I am going to review Thanksgiving.
I would say yes.
Then a close up of Joe.
Looks nothing like me.
What the hell was that?
Oh my goodness!
So creepy.
Talking about the movie.
I know. I thought that was one of the best commercials I've seen.
I like that commercial. Yeah.
Very long.
Oh, we have pictures here.
So you got to you have to get the ones without the Beatles on the cover for them to be inside, right?
Yeah.
That's
What Panto? What's that?
Yeah, that's more interesting, Panto.
Panto?
That's good. And it's
you can see the acne on his face, real good.
Eric Burden.
I filled with broken glass.
Just in time. Yeah, just to be on cue, I'll skip a couple pages there.
Okay.
To be on cue to try and find these, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it is.
And
is
that's
everybody
Hermit's guys.
dressed silly?
That's Leck and the
It looks
drummer.
like they've been on more Candy and Wise.
You sure? Because that looked like the Shadows to me.
I thought it was Freddie and the Dreamers.
You sure?
Y'all think it's somebody else?
That's when Paul was young.
That's Paul and his pig.
Paul somebody.
Paul and his pig.
Boy, it's hard to believe Paul was that young.
Is that Sandy
Yeah,
Posey?
really.
And that's Peter and Gordon, is it?
I don't like the title of that thing,
Peter and Jeremy.
I don't
No,
like
Peter and Jeremy. Jeremy and Peter. Frick and Frack, whatever. And now that's the Freddie and the Dreamers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's hearing
I think that first one was the Shadows because there's only 3 of them, and rarely would they groups take pictures without everybody there back then.
That's the original Kinks.
Yeah, Kinks. Boy, a lot of pictures in that.
Yeah, it's got a lot. I mean, this one's more complete. Got a little more complete stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of the end of the color pictures. But yeah, yours should have had color pictures too. I think.
I like color pictures.
Yeah, it's some, but it was filled with broken glass.
I think that's Hank Marvin, the guy in the glasses. I could be wrong.
There's 4 of them though there.
Oh, is it 4? That's not the Shadows, then never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm trying to see if it says on the corner here who it is.
It's Woody Allen.
Yeah, really. I mean, you got to be so careful with these magazines because
they'll fall apart. They're terrible.
Brad, you ever? I think the answer is yes to this, but did you ever lose some? Not lose and ruin something by showing it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On camera yet.
Did you drop a record or something?
Yeah, I was about to say I dropped the John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. I dropped, showing the record and it dropped and it just went to pieces. Yeah.
And there was a magazine that ripped while you were.
Yeah, and it ripped a magazine.
Yeah, these things that we go through for our art.
We do.
Exactly, for our videos.
And then Del Shannon quickly wrote a song and gave it
according to Joe,
Peter and Gordon, and they had a big hit. It's called "I Fall to Pieces."
Yeah. All you got to do for a horror movie with Thunderbirds is just show them going on a picnic. That's all.
That's a horror movie.
Picnic, with cereal.
Yeah.
What is it? The one where you just hear their voices and you just see the tape? Is that the one? I saw a 35-minute one where you just hear them talking and
that's not supposed to be until Wednesday.
No, they have a promo video where it's 35 seconds.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, 35 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't want any spoilers. I'm not watching this.
But they don't play anything on the song.
The one I saw was nothing. It wasn't even, you don't see them physically.
They're just saying Beatles' new song comes out.
Something good, I think.
Paul sitting and playing a guitar. And
Brad, those lovely
pictures. That's the secret.
There's one of my new outtakes.
Outtakes.
Outtakes. Is this a new video?
Yeah.
Everything's a new video.
I like that poster.
Yes.
McCartney. Is that like the actual size of that poster?
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Yes.
Confused with Mama Cass. No.
You could have been. They were good friends.
Just a sec. I'm trying to. Yeah. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
No, we're just gonna watch.
Broke. Well, what is the damn thing?
A second.
I want to see how big that poster is. I like that poster.
Yeah, I got these when they came out for McCartney too. I remember getting. Oh, come on now.
I think you got 2 of them.
Yeah, I do.
You may have to part with one.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know where my mailing address is, right?
Yes.
And when the whole wide world's against you.
Yeah, go ahead and make me small. I can't.
I make everyone small.
I know.
The party's just begun.
Oh, Oh, look, there's Robert P. He's late.
Robert P.'s late for a very important
I'm
date.
Oh.
That's a song, isn't it?
All right,
Yeah.
here's my outtake.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope it's a goodie.
Well, anyways, my poster falls.
Oh, I see the one on the left one
Yeah.
starts going. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And I'm
that's
like,
the one
I'm really ticked.
Are you going to show it? Are you going to show?
Okay.
It fell.
Oh.
Are you going to show that? Are you going to show that on your channel?
That's going to be on.
No, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Excuse the pun, but it's coming up.
Yeah, I like the face you made. Did you curse or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's like 6 outtakes of it dropping.
I'd love to see those. People will love those. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can get that one.
I feel bad for you though. I hope it's not ruined the poster. It's not hurt, is it?
Yeah, I mean those are original posters.
Oh. Yeah.
No, I let it rip on that one. It's like, oh man.
Well, apparently Hackney Diamonds is no goat's head soup.
Yeah, well, he's saying that because of my video, I think. You're out of your mind with that. Come on, it blows goat's head soup out of the water. Out of the soup. Blows it out of
This
the
album
soup.
came out in 1980. Come explore with me some of the other stuff that came out with this album. Was there more? Yeah.
Ooh. Ouch.
That was terrible.
Oh, poor Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look so sad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next. I did a bunch of these. Stuff for Paul McCartney and McCartney 2. Next.
Boy, it happens a lot.
Yeah. You know about McCartney 2? What a fantastic album this is. From 1980, McCartney 2. But did you know there's a lot more stuff to this album? Yeah, like this. And a whole lot more. So stay tuned to my video because I got some cool stuff to show you coming up now.
Now.
It didn't fall on that one.
Yeah, it didn't fall on that one. I edited that
I hear
one.
it falling.
Yeah.
I can hear it falling, but
I was so mad because those original posters. Those are like $200 and $300 posters now.
Tom Agnotti wants one of those.
Everybody, today I'm talking about McCartney 2. What a fantastic album from 1980. Come on, focus. So you may know about this album, but did you know there's more to McCartney 2 than just this?
That was right on cue.
Yeah, I guessed on that one.
But it happens time and time again. You gotta buy better soup.
And you got what the hell's the name of that thing? I know it. Front Parlor playing.
Yeah. This one's too quick. I'll have to show you that one again. Anyway.
I want to hear you cuss.
Hey there, everybody. Today I'm talking about McCartney 2. What a fantastic album from 1980. So you may know about this album, but did you know there's more to McCartney 2 than just this?
Oh crap! That's as bad. That's the nasty word that he said. Crap.
Yeah, censorship. Trying to get this one to change back. Oh, I have to make you small. Do you like the outtakes?
Well, that's your thing. I'm not going to say nothing, but I wouldn't brag about that.
So, as you can tell at the beginning of my video, these are my two. Wait a second, see if I can find this one. But anyway, there's the two posters. I mean, they're just gigantic.
Yeah.
Man, I need that.
The money now.
Well, what do you do with them? You don't have everything displayed, right? You can't display everything.
No,
so where do you keep something like that? Where do you keep it?
I've got them in a big box rolled up.
You got them rolled up, right? Yeah, I have that rolled up box. It's in the closet.
I'll play this one more time for Joe because Joe liked this one. Hey there, everybody. Today I'm talking about McCartney 2. What a fantastic album from 1980. So you may know about this album, but did you know there's more to McCartney 2 than just this?
It's like Ifsy Costello. Now you make me say a bad word. What does he say? What does he say to him? Like fiddlesticks or something. Oh, fiddlesticks or something. Now you make me say a bad word.
I don't think there's that many syllables.
I got another one, but I can't get it to. It's just too quick. But anyway.
This is the Brad Outtake Show, man.
Yeah, really. Now that one falls before I get to it, so it's.
What was the problem that side kept falling?
I've got them taped up on the wall, and they just kept falling. The tape wouldn't hold. Hey there, everybody! Today I'm talking about McCartney 2.
Yeah.
So
but did you know that there's more?
Yes.
There's more.
2, where this album came out in 1980. Come explore with me some of the other stuff that came out with this album. Was there more?
But you look so sad there. I mean, I hate that. I really feel sorry for you there. You look like you're gonna cry in that one.
A man ready to give up.
Yeah, really.
Insert bad word here.
Get my bloopers.
It's a sneak preview of Brad bloopers. Beatle Brad bloopers.
How many takes is that? Like 20 or so?
I did like 6 of them. That's why I was getting mad.
I have outtakes, but none of them are ever good. Anything really great, like funny. Really.
And I just recently got these from England. These are brand new.
Now what?
Now you're in trouble when you've seen those before already. I think I've seen those.
They just came out.
I think you showed them. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do a video on those.
Mm.
Come on, focus.
Apple train car. Yeah.
Sorry, it's taking so long to
If
focus.
you live by the sword, you gotta die by the sword.
You know what that is on the bottom of the screen?
What's that? What's that, Al? Oh, yeah.
FitToBe TieDyed likes the Hackney Diamonds album. I think it's one of their greatest. I really do. Even this early on, I think it's one of their best.
I do too.
Yeah.
And Brad, use nails next time.
What's that? Oh, I didn't want to. I used potato chip clips because I don't want to wreck the poster.
Right.
So I used that, and then I've got another one at the end. At the very end, I've got another promotional poster that's totally different for McCartney 2, and you'll have to see it because it's enormous.
Do you have that giant Bad Boy poster?
Bad Boy?
Yeah, Ringo Starr Bad Boy album. You got to get it then. I got it. It's a giant poster.
Don't think so. No.
And it's like really like the paper is like it's like very papery. It's not like it doesn't have the slick feeling. It's very like paper, like regular paper. It's really a pain in the ass.
No,
but I actually
know where
put
it is.
thumbtacks
I've
in
got
them,
a giant Pipes of Peace poster.
Yeah.
It's at least 3x4. It might be 4x6. I forget. It's huge. But I don't know where it is. So maybe I don't even have it anymore.
It's at my house.
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
Every time Brad's poster fell down,
Oh my gosh. No.
Well, I haven't seen the track list, I'll be honest with you, for a long time, Let It Bleed. But, see, I'm talking about track for track. I think that Hackney Diamonds is a very consistent record, track for track. I love everything right to the end. Other ones, I think they may have more classic songs on them, but they're not consistent enough to me. But I got to see Let It Bleed again. I don't remember every track on there.
Who knows? Maybe by next year this will be classic.
I know Midnight Ramblers on there, I think. Right.
Monkey Man is on there, I think.
Can't always get what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that?
That's me.
Wait a minute, you could shut your camera. Is that how you cover while you're doing things? You
Black,
put
I can
Yeah.
still see.
I didn't know that.
It used to be. It just. I lost my covering piece for it. I don't know where it went.
One day that's
I'll
gonna
look at
pop up,
something.
and we're gonna see your underwear.
Yeah, really.
There you go. Or get mine.
I don't have mine handy. Do you mind if I show something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Da-dum.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this time.
We have a. Oh no, that's not a match. That's not a match.
It's filled with broken glass. Wait a minute. Every time you do that from now on, I'm going to show my happy diamonds.
I passed up a Partridge Family CD at my thrift store yesterday.
How could you?
It was missing the front cover. That's why I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, but you could have made one to replace it.
Yeah, but it was Sound Magazine. I already have Sound Magazine, and it was missing the front cover, so I didn't. I mean, it was Razor and Tie. It was a different version of Sound Magazine.
I just got to take a break from it all.
There's nothing else on it. I mean, there's no bonus cuts or anything, so I left it there.
I'm becoming a Stones guy.
I think Brad has gone to the loo.
No, he's getting something.
Bang, zoom to the moon. This
From
is the
his
Brad
massive-
show. He's going to show you stuff.
Up
Massive
3
collection.
CDs if anybody's interested in Barboons.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
What do you get? What do you get?
50 cents a piece. The CDs are half price at the moment.
Anybody want to see a shirt I bought years ago that I still can't fit into?
That's the Robert piece.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Here's a shirt I still can't make it into yet. I bought this 10 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Cassette
Oh,
tape.
wow.
Oh,
Cassette
so
tape.
now and then cassette.
But
The cassettes and the shirt making a comeback.
It's not comfortable yet. All right, you can make me smile.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, okay. $17 for a cassette.
That's all.
$17 for cassette. I'll never open.
$4.99. $4.99 for the case.
Oh, here we go. I bought Super Drag Regretfully Yours.
Oh, okay.
It was a 90s, postmodern kind of band.
Okay.
Good band.
50 cents.
The first album, yeah. And the AC/DC soundtrack album.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And this was $1 because it was $2, but it's still sealed. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
Twice. This is brand new.
Mel Brooks is still alive, right?
And it's on Rhino.
He might be on the list.
Which is why I really needed it. So yeah, I spent a whole $2 at the thrift store.
Tim, you went crazy.
Yeah, I know. I bought those 3.
Look at this. Ollie passed up a Partridge Family LP because there was no chance I was going to walk around town with that in my arms. How dare you?
Oh, come on.
Ollie, stop it.
How could you?
I know. Jeez.
It's filled with broken glass.
Okay, good. Show something fun and different.
Oh,
now you're speaking my language these
okay.
days.
Rolling Stones.
Live at the I don't have that BBC thing.
Yeah, pretty cool. But here we go.
You have to hold it up again because my camera thing's slow.
Oh, I know.
Pretty.
Why don't you just get the official one?
Oh, this one's harder to get.
Well, yeah, but the official one has, I think, pretty much everything they ever did.
But yeah, no, this has got alternate takes from the one that you're talking about.
I gotta look into that. What's the deal? I don't know
one's
too much
great.
about
I
that.
have it on cassette. I have it on CD. And
When did that's officially released? That the Stones BBC thing?
Yeah, it came out like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember. Was it yellowish cover? One of them?
Yeah, it's got a yellow cover. I got it on
Yeah,
CD.
I've got that. It's on yellow vinyl too.
Yeah.
I don't have
this one.
vinyl.
Another one.
What do you mean, conquers America? No way.
I've been watching Ed Sullivan, and the girls scream louder for them than the Beatles. I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, vinyl.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty.
On both sides too.
Yeah.
Get out.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
As Ed Sullivan would always say it. Tim's back.
Tim's back.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait a minute, if that's not in a jewel,
this didn't do anything. And I don't get why, because it's fantastic.
it's not a jewel case. Oh,
No.
Digipack.
Oh, it's a box. What am I talking?
No.
It's a
Oh,
Digipack.
okay.
Okay, that's all right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
The only,
Oh, the
of
fat
course,
Digipack.
I love. What do they call them? Non-jewel cases when Robert P. makes them.
And,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an accompanying book that was really good. I have the book too.
How many tracks on there around? Does it say? I mean,
6.
No.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, I'm trying to count them here.
1.
Well,
2,
there's
3.
See Tim's hair. A lot of hair.
Come on, boys and girls, count
Got
out
a
loud.
lot of hair.
28 maybe is a guess.
Whoa.
20 something.
Oh, okay.
High 20s. And there's my hype sticker. I stuck it on the inside.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm telling you, man. I'm definitely gonna start. I mean, I always liked the Stones, but I'm really starting to get more into it. That album alone, single-handedly, made me really like them even more.
Yeah, it's a great album, Tim, isn't it?
Yeah, and you do get a little booklet.
A little book, a little tiny book.
I've got it on yellow vinyl. It's pretty cool, a limited edition yellow vinyl.
Yeah, I didn't get the yellow vinyl, but I do have it on vinyl.
Live in Paris.
What?
All together now? What?
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 Odd.
Sounds like Don.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like a popsicle.
Trying to think what ones I've got. I've got a couple of those. I've
And
got
the whole wide world's against you.
I got their chess recordings when they recorded at Chess in the U.S. while they were on tour. And I think it's called The Best of Brian Jones. It's just early outtakes.
Yeah.
This is a promo.
Jingle.
Pink.
Oh, yeah.
Pink vinyl.
Pink. On both sides.
On both sides. That's legit. That's legit.
Yeah.
And then just real quick, this is from Russia.
Yeah. This on the
Russia.
Hey, Russia. That sounds like the guy who did the Now and Then cover.
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
Hey, it's not colored vinyl.
It's Russian on both sides.
Yeah.
Another Russian album.
Yeah.
Russia.
Didn't know I had Stone. I got a lot more Stones than this. I just
I'm sure.
Quick.
Oh, okay.
That's from Russia.
Uh-huh.
From Russia with Love from Rolling Stones.
Yeah, the Russian Stones are one of my favorite bands.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe has left the building.
Here I am.
He's right there.
I just happened. You don't have to blow it up. It's just the Steel Wheels album.
Steel Wheels.
That's all.
Two girls up.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones.
After this, we're going to be old Stones fans, I guess.
I'm telling you, man, I can't
But
believe it.
Beatles, they don't do anything right.
They're number one in England. I don't know. You know, they got the number one album in England. I hope they're number one in the U.S.
They pushed Doja Cat and whatever down to number 2 or something.
Yeah, the Beatles one will blow it. I'm sure that'll be number 1.
That's it. Well, I don't know. I wonder how they're going to count that. If it's physical copies, nobody's going to. Not a lot of people are going to buy them.
No, they don't. It's nothing's got to do with physical copies anymore.
Right.
But in America, radio play has so much to do with it that I doubt it's gonna.
Well, I don't know if they played the Stones. Oh, you mean the Stones? They didn't play the Stones either. You know.
I don't even know how the charts
I'm
work.
sure in the UK they are. I'm sure it's on the radio in the UK, not in America.
I mean, in today's world, I don't even know how the charts even work anymore.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't really mean like anything anymore.
The charts nowadays are counting radio airplays, Spotify, or should I say streams, and those are physical copies, all three.
CDs are less than 30 cents a piece here. What?
What?
Where is this? Must be in Bug Tussle or Hooterville or something.
It's Hooter.
I got very interested in what was said the other day, that From next year, Spotify will going to only get royalty to those artists that has a certain playtime in people's home. Those who have under that will not get any royalties. So that means that everything has to sound Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, and something like that in order to, because that is what radio stations play and what people plays.
Mm-hmm. It's good to see the Stones are doing well. They didn't go to bomb, you know.
I didn't watch it, but I saw on my stream today or my feed today some guy did a video, and at first I thought no, but then I'm like, you know what, maybe, and it was like, is physical media coming back? And
Oh
I'm
God.
thinking it might be because of that kind of thing. In order to make money, you know, artists are going to have to start putting physical media back out if they want to make any money off of it.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have
The problem is if you're going to have people buy physical media, you're going to have to stop making it like some kind of a special treatment and take $30 and $40 for it just for a collector's
Well,
item.
yeah, no, I think
You're
it's
have
going
to
to
make
all
it a
revert.
regular thing that people want to buy, and then you have to lower the prices.
Like films, I think it's all going to go to smaller labels. I think a lot of stuff is going to get licensed from the majors who can't be bothered. And you're going to see labels like Cherry Red and God, I'd love to see Rhino have a comeback and stuff like that. I think is going to happen.
And VJ.
Yeah.
You're
You know why young people don't have space? Their shelves are filled with Funko Pops.
Yeah. Funko Pops.
Exactly. I know.
But when you won't be able to stream it anymore because they haven't bothered because nobody's making any money, then physical media is going to be your only choice if you want to hear it.
I know. I forget what store I was in a couple of days ago. All of a sudden, all these Funko Pops. I'm going, what the hell is this? They just have like two end rows.
I don't give Funko Pops more than a couple more years before.
Yeah, I think they're like
they're
18 or
for their
19
Beanie Babies, basically.
Like, who's going to spend $18 on a Funko Pop that don't even look like the person they're supposed to?
Yeah, right. That's the thing.
Like, even that was a video. Look at these stupid Funko Pops.
Can I show something right now?
Go ahead.
Pencil? I like that pencil. Oh.
Go ahead, Jorgen.
I have bought some stuff that I'm very satisfied with this
video. It's
go right ahead.
Emperor JS is on the field.
First of all, those who haven't seen my latest video is an unboxing of stuff that I got from Doc.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. The the wrestling
stuff.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Right on the spindle.
But starting with that I got some 45s that I
this
bought.
is true. Yes. Get rid of the shoes. I need more CDs.
Stuff that I bought at thrift stores today. That thrift store that has a lot of tables you can marketplace on. This one I was very confused, but interested in. This is a World Cup football theme, Argentina 1978.
I'm confused too.
Allons de Rouge. It says that the artist here is the Champion Brass Band. I have no idea. I tried to Google it, search it on Discogs. I get no information about what it is. I don't know if this is an official theme. I don't know if it is a cover. I don't know if it is what the hell this is. But it sounds like a march, like marching pop. Maybe.
That's a better CD.
Yeah, even better than Now and Then. Yeah.
Doubtful. But what's interesting is that inside of this, you have
a poster.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Cue music.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Different.
There you
Everybody's singing along. Everybody can sing along now.
And it's interesting to have it only for that.
Are filled with broken glass.
Yeah.
Oh, learn how to smoke. Lung cancer for everybody.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yellow.
Oh,
Famous
Yellow.
for the race.
Oh wow,
Okay,
yellow.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that the same Yellow?
One called
Plastic. What?
Bostic.
Never heard of it.
Call it mellow yellow.
Okay.
We have
Yes.
The
Exactly.
Cure.
Oh,
Five art class could have done
Filled
that.
with broken glass. Stuck in my
Who's
head,
this?
folks. I'm sorry, I
Cure.
can't stop.
Oh, okay.
it's a
Song
squid.
called High.
Okay.
Like SpongeBob.
Filled with broken
Robin Gibb.
glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Robin
I
Gibb,
remember.
wow.
Yeah, with a solo.
This is an American singer that was only 16 when she released her singles on an Italian label.
Okay.
Her name was called Alicia. She had a hit with a song called Baby Talk in the 80s.
How about Baby Talk with Jan and Dean?
Yeah, that's a better one.
Yeah. Okay.
Gaga.
That's neat.
Full length. I actually bought this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I've seen that before, yeah.
I'm no fan. I'm no huge. Eric Clapton's done some great stuff, but I'm no huge fan of him.
I like
But
Clapton.
this is produced by Phil Collins, and I assume that for all hardcore Eric Clapton fans, this is one of the typical where I like it because it is 80s production, as much as everybody hardcore Clapton fans hate it because it's 80s production.
Yeah.
Is the mask on that?
No, this is Forever Man.
Yeah, but there was a song called "The Mask" that wasn't a single, but it was a really good song on an album from around then. I don't know if it's on that one.
No, it's not this one. I think from the album after that. It's interesting. It's songs that were made when he had a breakup with his wife. So it's songs little.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a track called "I Hate Layla" on there.
Really?
I would assume that,
I made that up.
I would assume
Wait a minute. Do you hate Layla?
I would assume that Clapton was drunk because of the wife separating.
Probably.
Glenn
Oh,
Frey?
Glenn Fry. Yes.
They
The
did
solo
83.
album.
What pressing's that from, though? Just out of curiosity. That's kind of neat if it's a foreign pressing.
He's
broken glass.
From the
Manufactured in Germany.
Okay.
Nice.
German copy. And
Sophia Obert. I shouldn't. Sometimes I think that maybe I have way too much Benny Goodman, but when I see stuff that is interesting, I can't resist it. And if I have part 1 and 2 of a series, I need to have part 3 also. So
Of course, you gotta have the whole thing.
I actually have a
Goodman.
bunch of Benny Goodman
Yeah.
myself. I like that.
Wayne
And
Clark.
it is actually a setting that
Yeah.
it's not all that often
Mhm.
included in different kind of compilations. So this is a little fun to have.
See, that's not a collection of notes in no particular order.
It looks like it's in great shape, too.
It is a collection, but it is with the same. No normal collection does have numerous with recordings, sessions, dates. This is from the same.
Yeah.
Jacket looks really clean.
Speaking of Phil Collins,
Oh, okay.
What the
Wait a
hell?
minute. How old is that?
Dancing to the Light from 1996.
Okay.
Okay.
Available only in Sweden.
Yeah.
No, this is from famous. This is from all over. But Lisa Stansfield also some British house.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
I have
Real love. Hey, wait a minute.
I have this one on cassette copy. Now I have it on.
Boy, too
Oh,
bad.
really?
Too bad they can't stop duplicating titles. There's some way that could be in life.
Yeah.
I bought
Uh-oh. Now I'm jealous.
Oh, that reminds me. It's good timing. I heard that they were thinking of doing a Mickey Mouse, one of those Mickey Mouse horror films, like The Murderer, but the filmmaker decided he will not touch Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen one Mickey Mouse horror stuff that someone made for YouTube where Mickey Mouse started off and looked real normal and then gets more horror-like in every move step he makes until this looks like total drug junkie.
Yeah, but Jorgen, that's an old film from about 1996, roughly. And it's called Runaway Brain.
Oh.
So it's like 40 years old or something. It's already been made.
Wow.
Full of
This
broken
is,
glass.
I have this is volume 1, part 2. I have volume 1, part 1 since before, so I needed. This was sealed when I bought it.
Oh,
Mhm.
isn't that the tin box or not?
No.
Almost.
I don't want to start getting into steel boxes. Forget it. Then I'll get crazy.
And my prize pick for the day.
Whoops.
Jazz book.
Oh, what's on it, Rob?
Roy Carr.
Oh,
He
Century of
wrote
Jazz.
some good books. Yeah.
Book.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it has. I think I saw that. Yes, they have a cover of the Times Are Changing.
Jorgen, is that the book that has the foreword is written by the guy in my video who doesn't like jazz?
I would be surprised if it is.
It's a very short forward.
No forward.
Okay.
Let's move forward.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
And this is interesting because this has great pictures.
Yeah.
Interesting facts.
I will say the pictures of jazz stuff is good. I like the pictures.
I love these that they put on the side here.
I love the photos.
Very interesting that it have photos of nice suggestions of albums.
Yeah, and I like a lot of the jazz album covers, the classic Blue Note ones and stuff.
Yeah, those are neat. Definitely.
So this is right down in a wish list. And I paid only $2.50 for this.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Indeed.
Somebody said that once.
This will.
Yeah, I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm very satisfied this week.
Good.
That's a lot of stuff. All right, make him smile.
Make him
Now we
smile.
can look at you. Peace and love.
I stepped away for a minute. I'll be right
Oh, come on. Oh, he walked away
Doc.
when he was talking.
Aha, Doc.
Never say that.
Yeah.
You're back.
Doc.
There you go.
Oh,
he's got one too.
Oh, that's,
Oh,
that's
wow.
good.
That's the tin box.
I don't have that one. I have a box. I have a box set with it, but don't have any.
Do you like those tin boxes? I'm beginning to think I want to get them. That's no good though. Shit.
That's the collectible thing.
Yeah, people don't know Disney actually invented the steel box. I mean, with those, that was the first time.
Broken glass.
Nice.
I don't think I have that volume either.
Okay, make me small.
That's you, Doc.
It's your.
I hate to say it, Doc, but this time you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew that. Now I lost my picture. I was holding it here to show for like 10 minutes, and now I lost it.
I'm going up. I'm going to work tomorrow, so I'm going to go.
Okay.
Work.
Have a good night.
Promises,
Have a
promise.
good-
No, seriously, okay.
Good night,
Just
Jorgen.
Have a good night. See you later.
all right, man.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Yeah, all right, then I won't. No, I will anyway. I have a video coming up of a new rant, and I wanted to preview the thumbnail. I want to see by this thumbnail if anybody can guess what the rant is in reference to, more or less. Okay, it might take a while to focus. Let me see. Just give it a second till I figure it out.
Okay.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Rant. And you're holding
Glass looks like
drug
pills.
Medicine.
Yep, that's what it's about. When they screw up your medicine pill order.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, sending me the wrong damn pills. How do you like that? I never had that
Yeah.
before. That's a whole totally new one.
That could be prison for whoever did it.
It's unbelievable, man. My doctor of 20 years.
Yeah, you have to go visit. And get your
Haven't you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah, but
here's a DVD for you.
I have. I don't want to.
Ooh, I'm telling you now.
Or okay.
Freddie and the Screamers.
Yeah.
What else are they going to say? What other song are they going to have?
Look at all the tracks on
They had
there.
4 hits.
Holy cow.
I think they had 4 top 40 hits in America.
Yeah. Good stuff, though. Very good, yeah. It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Freddie.
Yeah. I have a question about senior vitamins. Okay.
Yeah.
Vitamins made for seniors. Why are they gummies?
Because you got no teeth.
Because your teeth are starting to get real soft.
Gummies. Juniors don't have any teeth.
Because
Yeah.
you can gum them.
You can
Mine
suck on
aren't.
them.
Gum 'em, you-
Mine aren't. Yeah.
I know, because I get gummies. They're
Hey,
for
does everybody like Angry Grandma? I don't know how many of those videos are real. When a grandson
No.
pulls constant pranks on
No,
her.
they're fake.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fake. I got a record I want to go show Joe.
You kidding?
Oh, I'm coming to your house.
Brad has something to show. I
I know it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Okay.
It's hard to believe.
Well, Mick64. That's why I didn't want to put it up because I don't want to get a lot of comments and stuff. Because I don't say what it is, but I mean, I resist medication my whole life. I don't want to take it, but it's something I got to take, and that's it. So thank God you don't have to take anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch Angry Grandpa when I first found YouTube.
Right.
And then when it got so like, oh, this is all fake and everything.
They got all kinds of weird stuff.
I mean, this young man's got like 100,000 videos. I'm going to prank my grandma by putting, a rubber spider in the shower. And all.
Yeah.
Doesn't she know by now that everything
No,
he does?
it's all scripted.
Granny, come here. Granny, come here. She's got, like, what do you want?
Yeah, but look at the money they're making.
I know. Yeah, the ones where they're busting, the guys busted his son's Xbox, throwing it in the pool, running over it with a truck.
How much did that make?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not
fair. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, somebody's coming
And
out.
Brad's back.
Join the station.
Oh, someone's coming up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's all get our albums out because I
don't have
want to
mine
share
yet.
in this glorious.
It's Paul. I know
Not
it's
yet.
Paul.
Probably tomorrow. I'll have it probably by Thursday.
I don't know if you've heard, Paul, but I have been going berserk over this album. And I can't remember the last time I loved an album so much from start to finish.
There's just two of us. What's wrong with you people?
I got it.
Mine's in the mail.
Yeah, come on. It's
too.
getting a little
Mine's
late
in the
here.
mail, too.
We're going to turn this into a Rolling Stones panel.
That's on the mail, yeah.
Come on, Brad.
I'm coming. It's on the bottom of my pile since I showed so much other stuff.
Okay, on three, everybody say grr. 1,
Grr.
2, 3.
Grr.
Grr. Yeah.
And now,
yeah.
and as Ed Sullivan says, and now the Rolling Stones.
Yay. Yeah, but now I want the Japan one because it's got the living in a ghost town.
Here you go, Joe. This is the one I wanted to show you.
Save your money.
Beatles, get out of here with the Beatles. No, I'm kidding. No, that's really a good. Wait, that is a nice cover. What is the heck?
I know. I mean, Joe and I like Mad Day Out, and this is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice cover.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I just recently got that.
What are you trying to do? Derail our Stones conversation?
Not that one.
That's a nice cover right there.
That's a nice cover, yeah.
It's full of broken glass.
Oh, it's a butcher cover label.
The streets of Philly. I forget the.
I saw that album recently. I can't remember where, but
it just recently came out.
You see, but that's the thing. You see, it's hard to resist. Like if I have that stuff a million times like that. But if I saw the cover, if it's a nice cover, it's tough to resist. But
I'm a sucker for a different cover. I mean, it's like the Stones ones. They're going to start putting out all the
Oh
baseball.
yeah. I'm trying to think I like the one with the legs. Did you see the green vinyl? Has the woman's legs wrapped around the heart.
I'm going to start making my own covers and sell them to Brad.
Paul be like, "Hey, look what I got!" I'm like,
"I got to pay for this habit somehow,"
Yeah.
How can that be growing on you? It's ugly.
Growing on you like a fungus?
It's not. But it'd be great if it was like a Rudy Valley single or something.
I think the green vinyl is available. Of that album is available only on Amazon. So I gotta so I gotta get Amazon if I want that.
To Metropolis, it would be great.
Paul, did you order the socks?
That socks.
No.
How about you, Brad? Did you get them? You're thinking about it.
My cat's ordering me some socks.
Yeah, a $40 lunchbox.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was going to get them, but they don't.
I'm getting
The
these.
Yeah.
lunchbox I
You
did
gotta
think
buy
about.
two pair. You gotta buy two pairs to match.
Yeah, you gotta get two
Yeah.
pair to get them to match. That makes sense.
Yeah,
The
blue, blue, and red,
lunchbox I
red.
didn't think about though.
$60 is a lot for two pair of socks.
Yeah.
There's going to be a big sale after Christmas. You just watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know.
Half price, $20, and they still won't sell.
Now, if they were
Liquidation
selling
sale.
briefs, that's a whole other story.
Well, the day after Christmas, my wife's going to have a sale at this house too. So you know.
Briefs? What, a brief sale?
The Beatle Bad collection. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out of town. It's a liquidation sale for 2 days only. So my wife can have a 2-day
It's
liquidation.
gone. Yeah. Yeah.
Are we still doing show and tell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. We got time.
Okay.
Go
I'll be
ahead.
right
What
back.
you got?
I
Okay.
have to compile my pile. Hang on.
Okay. Good.
We've gone off
really?
the air 2 hours ago, but yeah, you can still show it.
Okay.
Great.
He's gone to
Good.
get them.
Getting his stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it was good. Like I said, I gotta get. I don't know where my CD is. I wanted to read from lyrics, and I don't have the CD.
For which one?
The Stones. They don't have the lyrics in the
Oh,
album.
okay. The Stones.
Right, show and tell.
Yeah. People like
Tim, are you gonna get it?
How? I had this when it first came out, and I got rid of it. Now I got it back again for $15.
Wow.
It's not in good
That's
shape.
It's a great box set. I
It
like
is.
it.
It is. I think I still have the discs. What I did was I got rid of the box at some point.
Oh gosh,
I saved the CDs. I don't know why I
Yeah.
got rid of the box.
that's
But anyway,
today's. Do you have the other two that go with that? You know, there's a.
I have one of them. I forget which one I have. Maybe the '70s one I have. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're great box sets.
All right, you can make me smile.
Okay.
Paul's back.
We got his stuff.
Oh, Paul wants to be big. How much you big?
You saw this.
Yeah, got that one.
Never seen that before.
So yeah. So I picked this up. This is
Oh,
the
Neil Young.
this is the original cover without his name on it. It's very rare. You can't even find it on Discogs right now.
Ooh.
So it's a first press. Canadian. I think this is Canadian press.
Ooh.
And it's got the old Reprise label.
Brown label.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, the original Reprise. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, the original Reprise label.
the
Well, there it is.
So the record's a little crackly. I'm gonna have to try to clean it up a bit, but the cover was just perfect. Like it's just pristine.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Good
really
SOS
good.
panel. Fix that right up.
Yeah.
So I've got this album, and I thought, well, it's that original cover without his name on it, so didn't have that. So just like a collector thing. Never had a hard copy of this, so I picked that up.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
This
Brad
is a
Finger.
first press Apple. I'm sure it's just a U.S. pressing.
Yeah, Brad Finger.
Yeah, Brad Finger.
Nice.
Fingered Brad. So I grabbed that. This came out about a year or so ago.
Yeah, I have that. I haven't played it.
Now, what's interesting is this album. Well, it wasn't this album. There was an album released back, I think, in the early '80s called "Creedence at Royal Albert Hall."
Mm-hmm.
But the problem was, it wasn't at Royal Albert Hall. It was a concert in the States they did, and they mislabeled it, and then they re-released it, just called something like Creedence Live Performance or whatever. So this is actually the first time the Royal Albert Hall has been available on vinyl or anywhere actually.
Wow.
It's pretty good. It's a single album, but it's really good. It's got all their biggies on it. I don't know if you can see those.
Oh, look at all the holes in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many
That's
holes?
pretty
Is
cool.
How many holes are there in Albert Hall?
This is a remaster of
Mm-hmm.
Blues Deluxe, and they just reissued this because he's put out a new album called Blues Deluxe 2.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Just continuing my Bonamassa series. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but this is Paul
Oh,
Rudd.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. All these pictures down here are belong to somebody. That's Jimmy Page's guitar from The Firm when he worked with Paul Rogers. This is Paul Kossoff's guitar, who is the guitars for free, bunch of stuff. Little notes to Paul Rogers from somebody you might know.
Oh, I thought that was to you.
No.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a really good album. It sounds a lot like Bad Company, but there's only 4 tracks on it. You can see they're not very long.
Yeah.
Melting,
melting. Oh.
It included a couple more tracks on it, but yeah, it is what it is. It's a good album. And then this is an upgrade. I showed this one years ago, but this is an upgrade.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember you showing that.
It's this is in really nice shape. It's it's got 9 albums in it, and I think it's everything he ever recorded. But this is an upgrade. The box is in better shape, and the first time I bought it, it was just kind of a as is. I think I paid like 10 or 12 bucks for it. But anyway, this one comes with the booklet. There's a really nice, really great history of Buddy in here. And it's got his discography to that point. This was out in 1973. And it's a German pressing, so everything's in English and German. But there's a discography of all his stuff at that time, which is cool. Little thing to the front. And this is the neatest part.
It comes with a record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a poster.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Ooh, suitable for framing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really
ask Brad how he puts his posters.
And it's in perfect condition. Like it's just
yes.
Yeah.
I like posters.
Yeah. Anyway, that's yeah. So I just grabbed that. It's an upgrade of the first copy.
That's in much better shape than your other one.
Yeah, you remember that, eh, Brad? It was kind of banged up a bit, but you couldn't even read the spine. That had all been rubbed off, and but it's the German pressing based on the catalog number there.
Yeah, your other one looked like a pizza box.
Yeah, it was in pretty rough shape. So
yeah,
the records and the other one were mint. So that's the main thing. But I haven't played these yet, but they look mint. So
is it all mono or is there anything in stereo?
I think some of the later stuff was in stereo because they worked on after he died. There were some unfinished tracks that they worked on and completed.
Oh wow!
So some of that later stuff is, I think it's in stereo. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Anyway, you get everything Buddy Holly did in one big smack. So
that's nice. Nice.
Yeah, I was glad to get it. Anyway, that's it.
Oh, okay. I'll make it small now.
Okay.
Okay.
Good old Buddy Holly.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta love Buddy. I mean you listen to his stuff and you can tell how he influenced the Beatles so much.
Oh yeah,
it's unreal. Like the first time I heard Buddy would have been, I wasn't very old. It would have been the middle of the '60s, and that's the Beatles. It just hit you like, holy cow! Like this is where they they got their inspiration from. Clearly.
Yeah, it's true.
The same with Bessie Smith.
You can really hear the guy was so far ahead of his time. It's just unbelievable. His music has stood the test of time just as well as the Beatles has, really.
And he's a real loss.
Oh, huge! He was only 22 years old, and the stuff he did in that short period of time.
Yeah,
the guy was, had he lived, it would have just been amazing. But we'll never know, right? It's one of those one of those things that goes wrong, and just nothing you can do about it.
Paul McCartney put out an album of him singing all Buddy Holly stuff, and it's a fantastic album. Paul actually did quite a good job of it.
Yeah, he owns the rights.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's one of the things he bought in a shoebox, right? Was the rights to Buddy's music.
Yeah, he bought all the Buddy Holly stuff.
He owns his music.
Well,
that's pretty cool, I think. But
I heard the reason he bought it, because this was when he was just starting to buy music, is Denny Lane wanted to do that Holidays album, but he couldn't afford to pay all the rights. So Paul bought the Buddy Holly catalog and let Denny do the album without charging him for any of the song rights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And that kind of kicked him off big time on buying songs.
You always learn something from Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Then he opened his mouth and told Michael Jackson to do it.
Yeah. It's London calling.
Oh, that's the timing. Look at the timing.
I guess
London calling.
Yeah.
Speaking of Denny Lane, I think somebody said it was his birthday today.
Today? Oh.
Really?
I think so.
Denny Lane.
Yeah. I wonder how Denny's doing these days.
Well, I hope he survives the day then.
Wow.
I keep hearing he's not doing that well.
He's got a bad attitude, though, Denny Lane. You didn't talk to him about anything.
Beetle Brad
him
says
for the huge autograph prices. He's the
Well, I
first
remember
guy
what he said
that
to
wasn't that
you.
big a deal that I know of. That
Yeah,
started
I remember what he
charging
said to Brad
$25.
when you went to get his autograph, right? He was kind of snapped at you there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I managed to get him a couple of times,
Yeah,
but I
mean,
it was
but
pretty
when
much,
he was-
pay your
When
money,
he was
go up there.
charging 25, most people were still giving them away. He's the guy that like
He's more
started-
bitter than George Harrison was.
Oh, man. Good old Denny Lane.
Yep.
Anyway.
Like the Ruddles, the singing, Denny Lane instead of Penny Lane. That was hilarious. Ruddles. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm going to go to dinner, so I'm going to head on out.
Already?
Oh, Brad.
Yeah, already.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I know. So
Well,
good
it
to
is
see you.
That's another Weezer song.
Yeah. You Weezer.
Okay. All right, Brad.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
See,
We'll see y'all for the big Beatle day.
It's the middle of the afternoon here. You should live out here and have more time.
I know. Yeah. Y'all take care. We'll see you for Beatles, please.
See you later.
Sure.
Peace
Oh,
and
that's
love.
right, yeah.
Peace and love. See you, Paul.
How about no autographs?
Yes.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Jeff, your turn.
Well, we have one opening left. We have an hour left too, so you can come up and.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anybody out there who wants to.
What
join.
about I forgot I forgot his name. Oh, sorry.
Not a Pink Floyd thing.
Darren?
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, is anybody out there? That's another one I got to get. I got to get the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon now, because I want to get it.
Could be a lurker, maybe watching.
I know.
So come on, next topic.
Yes, next topic. What's up?
Everything I've heard about the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon has been negative.
Oh, really?
What do you mean? The release of it? You mean?
Well, they remixed it, and that's not good, and the packaging isn't good, and nothing. I haven't heard one positive thing about it.
Have you guys heard the Who's next 50th anniversary? Well, 52 actually.
Have not heard it. I
love it.
I like it. The album.
Now the 50th anniversary of Master sounds great.
Ooh.
The CD, I played the CD on headphones, and it was amazing. It really was. The vinyl, not so much. The vinyl sounds a little brick walled. In fact, it doesn't sound any different than the box set they released in 2018, to be honest. But the CD I put that on, and oh my God, it was just like, it was like being there. It was really. But that was on. I had the cans on, right? So that maybe made the difference. But
using soup cans? What are you using?
Yeah, it was strings. There was a string attaching. Just a string from one to the other, and it,
Well, that's the thing. Like you take it's weird, isn't it? Usually the CD, if anything, that sounds more brick wall, and the vinyl usually sounds better. That's
Well, to be fair, I didn't play the vinyl on the headphones, so maybe I need to do that, but. Because it sounds totally different than speakers.
That's odd.
It really did. It sounded really fantastic. I bought the big deluxe set, so all Townsend's demos and everything. It's really, really amazing material. I don't normally do that, but that's one of my favorite albums. So I thought we'll celebrate it.
Now, are there a lot of different versions of the songs that are on the album, or is there material that was not on the album also altogether?
Well, there is some material not on it. There's 2 full live concerts, which a lot of people kind of dismiss that, but it's the Who live, that's got its own charm to it because there's so much energy. But one of the best parts is 2 CDs of Pete Townshend's demos, and I don't know if you know much about Pete Townsend, but his demos were complete tracks. Like he did everything, but they're actually complete tracks, and you could release those on their own.
Well, they have.
Yeah.
Scoop 1, Scoop 2, and Scoop 3.
Right.
Yeah, there's 2 CDs of his demos for Lifehouse, and it's really outstanding. And then they also give you a Blu-ray 5.0, but I don't have anything to play it on, so I haven't really heard that yet.
Yeah, me either usually. Oh. I might think about that one. I don't know. I didn't, because I like that album.
It is expensive. That's the downside. You can get the smaller version has the album plus one of the live concerts in it, but it is expensive. That's one thing about it. But like I said, it's one of my favorite albums. So
and that's what I got the 2 CD set myself. So I just love it.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That one. That's what they give you with the vinyl. It's basically that you get the vinyl version of that if you buy the vinyl. So there's 3 records in it or something.
But it wasn't that long ago that they put out that 3 record set of Who's Next.
Well, that was 2002 though, Tim. That's quite
was it that long ago? I thought
20 years ago. They did reissue it a little bit later, but it's the same as the 2002.
Okay. I probably have the reissue, and that's probably why I thought it was.
That's the one I got too. The reissue of it, and that was I don't know what 2011 or I can't remember, but the original was 2002.
So, Paul, how many now and thens are you slated to buy?
Oh, I'm just gonna get one of I'll probably just get the black 45. And I'll tell you why. I'm gonna stick it in my blue box. The from the early '80s, the 45 collection.
Sounds like a good idea.
Stick it in. I put Freeze a Bird and Real Love in there, so I'll probably just put it in there too. Is it so is it just a one-sided thing? Is there
no, they put Love Me Do on the beat.
Another side.
Oh, okay.
But it's for what it's worth. It's the one with Ringo on drums, but it's a 2023 stereo mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at least if they're going to put that on, it's going to be something different. It's going to be the Ringo in stereo, which they never. I don't think that's never been out like that. In fact, I was thinking, I don't think they have the masters for that anymore.
No, that and She Loves You will be the first time in stereo. That's the only thing I'm looking forward about.
But when they put that version on the Rarities album, wasn't it that they didn't have the master, so they had to take a really good 45?
Yeah, everywhere they don't have the master of it. That or She Loves You.
They got thrown out or something.
She Loves You also.
Master for She Loves You either.
Well, I noticed the track listing on the blue and the red albums, the extra album. A lot of those they say 2023 remix.
Right. The red, really. The red.
Mainly. Yeah, I guess the red mainly, but so okay, so let's get the rest of the albums done then.
Yeah. So that's the thing. They're giving you a little taste,
I guess,
before they put out the albums.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see all it says the 2023 mix, right?
Yeah,
so
these are all the debuts of.
It's not a remaster. It's mixed. Well, if you could believe that, they've remixed it all. So that's pretty.
Why is everybody bitching about "I'm Only Sleeping" by it on there?
I don't know. I just think they overdid Revolver on there. I mean, both of the.
Because they were ready. That's why. No work involved.
Yeah. That's what.
But everybody has their own opinion, right? Of which ones are shouldn't be on there. Or
my biggest gripe is I'm not into the whole bonus disc thing. It should all.
Yeah, me either.
You gotta master it anyway for a record. So why not just put it in the same order as the CD?
There's a lot of talk, and you always wonder what's true and what's not. Supposedly, what I'm hearing is that when they did the vinyl, they did that, like you said, they put a separate disc, which I don't like either for the new
Yeah.
track, for the different tracks. And then they really wanted to do it the other way, but it was too late or something. How they pressed it, so they did it on for the CD. They put it in chronological order. I don't know how true that is, but it was too late or something. Because I really don't like that idea either. To tell you the
No,
truth.
I don't either. I don't like the idea of bonus tracks if they're supposed to be part of the thing. Like I was mad when they redid Hollywood Bowl because they just made up that set list anyway. That set list for the Hollywood Bowl album didn't actually exist as that set list. So they should have taken the 4 additional songs and put them in
Yeah,
the
I
show.
agree. That would have been
I mean,
nice.
because it wasn't a real thing anyway. So
Now the thing about I Am the Walrus, Ali said, is that Kid O'Toole was talking about this on one of my shows the other night. Said there's an article out there by someone who's heard this and says the most controversial one is going to be I Am the Walrus because they've lost some of the dialogue at the end, the radio that's on. Only I forget which character it is. One of them you can hear vibrantly, and the other one you kind of lost a little bit of that you're used to hearing. "Bury My Body" or whatever they say is kind of gone. I'm not going to dig that too much if that's the case. But
I'm wondering if it's I'm the Walrus is another interesting track because will the extra beats be in the middle of it?
Which I've always liked.
Will it be true stereo through the whole track? I'm thinking it will be true stereo.
I think you have to, like, from a marketing point of view, and I don't know, I'm just speculating, but I would, when you think of the original in '73, those 2 albums were released, and really it's people who didn't already have collected all the Beatle albums. They're the people that bought those albums. Like I never owned those albums until maybe 10 years ago. Like, well, that's a lie. I bought the CDs when they came out in the '90s there, whenever they came out. But I think that's the market that they're targeting, and it's not targeting the hardcore Beatle fans. I don't think, and so because we got all that stuff, right? And that's what I'm struggling with. Do I spend the money just because I'm a completist, or
that's the thing.
Do I just pass on it? Like it's sort of like, I've got the Japanese colored vinyl. I got the Canadian colored vinyl. Do I need another, colored vinyl?
Yeah, for all these new remixes, maybe.
Well, and that's the hook, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm afraid it's mostly a collector's thing with me for the vinyl because I'm dying to hear the CD especially the red. But I think the vinyl is to have more than anything because I've
and like they're over $200. Like if you buy the box, it's over $200.
Yeah, it's $80, about $80, I think on each at least.
Yeah. So I mean,
which is ridiculous.
I'm
really not even considering it.
I'll probably
slightly consider it if they had done it properly and it was in all chronological.
Yeah, no, that's not your wheelhouse. Not for nothing. It's a lot of money, and like you said, it's on an extra disc. I'm wondering if at some point when they repress them, or what if they do, that they put them in chronological order as they first wanted to, and if that's the case, then these first ones that come out with an extra disc, all together for the news, that might be the rare one.
That was U.S. prices that you put up there, eh? Like because that's not the Canadian prices.
No, the U.S. ones are probably Canadian. I forgot about you're in Canada, so yeah, it's even more.
It's going to be more than that. It's going to be $200.
Well, actually, when you figure the exchange rate, it might actually be cheaper in Canada. When you figure the exchange rate based on what I just saw there, it could be cheaper. But anyway, I didn't like if you go to UDiscover Music, the colored and the black vinyl are the same price. So I don't know what's up with that, but
I always think they should be. It doesn't cost them a nickel more to make it red or blue than it does to make it black.
We even have a cassette of Now and Then they're listing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be open. I'm getting it, but I won't be opening
normal bias non-Dolby cassette with one song on it for $17. Yeah, I'm in.
I still have a cassette recorder right there. I'll make my own cassette.
Yeah, but if everybody's going to have a cassette player that hasn't been used in probably 40 or 50 years, put that cassette in there. Well,
yeah.
you know.
They start shooting out of there. Yeah.
I wish, and they'll never do it, but I wish they'd release oldies but goldies. That's that because it's an official Beatle album, but they'll never release it.
Yeah,
They should.
that's what song I think should have been on this is Bad Boy. Just because when is that ever going to get a remix?
Well, eventually they're going to do this. The songs, the B-sides and extra songs, covers and things. You know, they got the past masters.
You know, I mean,
well, of course they're going to eventually everything.
If they do the past masters, you might get it then.
Yeah, but
I don't know if they're going to do that.
Will they do the past and when? You know what? In 20 years?
Well, I don't know when, but it seems like because it boggles my mind. A lot of people say that, you know, and I'm thinking, well, this is the Beatles. I don't state the obvious, but you know, I mean, there's so many bands. I always pick on the Trogs. I'm sorry, not that I don't because I can't think of any other example. Freddie and the Dreamers. All these people have box sets and things. They're not going to put all the Beatles songs out remastered. Okay, of course.
We're still waiting for Carnival of Light.
Oh, please, you can wait. That's
well. Here's one. Here's a thought to chew on. They reissued the 45 box set with all the different international covers, right? So maybe they'll do the EPs.
Yeah,
anything's possible. I don't think surprising me.
Honestly, I don't think they will.
I don't think they will, just because because of the U.S. EPs were never big in the U.S., so there's not a huge U.S. market for EPs.
No.
Yeah, but now the collectors are after it. Hurry and get them.
Yeah, but it's just the collectors. The collectors aren't enough to bother with.
And they're all old guys like us. I mean, that's not the target market. It just isn't. They're targeting the younger market, and that's.
They can sell 100,000 EPs, but look at they're getting like $20 a piece. Yeah. It's a cash grab.
Start me on that.
Well, you can call it a cash grab, but I mean, we're willing to pay it, right?
And that's the other thing. If you take the time to press 45s, and I didn't think this would come out on 45 because record pressing, whatever you want to call them, things that press records are in such demand. They're all in use like 24/7. So it doesn't make any sense to take an album. The average price of an album is like $40 these days. It doesn't take make any sense to take a press that's pressing a $40 album and press a $10 or $12 45 on it. It makes 0 sense. That's why 45s are all but dead right now, because
we're even pressing albums
to press them.
We're even pressing albums in Canada again. My Let It Be 50th anniversary, that's a Canadian pressing. So they're it says right on it, made in Canada, and so they're even pressing them in Canada now, because I know they built a new plant in Ontario. It was like a huge facility, and it's like state of the art everything.
Well, I think most of the Let It Be box sets were pressed in Canada. I mean,
well, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but I know mine.
I think most of them were.
Oh, really? They weren't European?
Yeah. No, I think most of them were pressed in. The ones that we got in America were pressed in Canada.
You just look on the back; it'll say "Made in Canada" on it.
Yeah, I think I've seen some, but I can't remember which. But I've seen that. So. See, Robert P. saying, is collectability still a thing with all of us dying? But the thing is, and what Paul had said earlier, the thing is, I'm not saying everybody that young, obviously not, but there are, if you go into a high school or something, if anybody's a Beatles person, they're probably the only one in the school. I know that. But the thing is, look around at your channels, all the young people and everything, and on Facebook and everything. There's a lot of young people than us that are into this. And collectability for Beatles, apparently, according to like my record store owner and other people who are in the business, say the Beatles still.
Yeah, they still sell. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, the Beatles still are selling a collectible. He says stuff like Elvis is not as much. Not just my guy, but people I've heard from
just
say
collectability in general. I mean, that's people don't have hobbies. People used to have hobbies. They used to do train sets and build models and whatever they did. Now most people's hobby is just simply collecting things now. That's become like the number one hobby in America. Whatever it is, you collect something.
Got collect.
Well, I think it's there's certain bands that are always going to have collectability behind them, and whether it does, and it crosses generations, right? So I think that's what they're banking on, because they're not looking at guys they obviously know that guys our age are going to buy into this stuff, right? But they're not going to make money because there's just not enough of us. So they're obviously understanding that the younger people are where the future money is, sort of thing, and so. Where was I going with that? That's where I think that's where the focus is for most of this stuff. But they're always going to have a core of guys like older guys like us that are going to buy this stuff
until we pass.
But it's not enough to tip the balance for them to go out like they are. They have to get into the
because we're not going out and buying Harry James records.
No.
Well, but the thing is, the Beatles. Again, I was going over this. The Beatles transcend generations. That's the thing about their music.
Yeah.
It goes on, and there are a lot of young people that keep. When you go to Beatle Fest or you go to a Paul McCartney concert, you see young people, etc. But no, I'm not trying to claim that they're in the majority of their peers, by any means. But I just want to answer this that's up here. Actually, that's not 100% true. What I was kind of trying to say was the subject came up about, what do you do with your videos if you pass on and stuff? And I was saying, well, I guess I could always do that. But then I thought, well, on the other hand, though, you leave them up there just as a record, if you want it to be a record of your work or
it's your
whatever.
legacy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not saying either way, but the question had come up about the question of monetization and what happens. When YouTube gets all this money and stuff, that kind of thing.
Paycheck coming in every month, right?
But then again, we finally decided in that conversation, or talking to a few people, that if you think about it, obviously, if you're not here to make new content, the old video, eventually. The old videos will, just go down. You won't see as many views or income.
We will all die too. So who's gonna watch it?
So a trend I've noticed in the last maybe year is younger people listening to the classic rock stuff. They get these listening for the first time sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
And there's a lot of that going on now. And I think that's where a lot of these people are going to be. That's the market, right? That's where these guys are going to be buying the reissues and all that sort of stuff. Because when you watch this stuff, they're really it's like the first time they've heard music.
Real music.
And maybe it is based on what kids are listening to, but now I'm sounding like my dad. But anyway, and so they're really getting turned on to this stuff. And I see more and more of these channels that are doing that. Like every week there's somebody new doing this. And it's like, they're kind of, the light bulbs are coming on. And that's, I think, what the target market is.
Yeah, I think so.
No, Ollie, you're wrong. The Beatles are bigger than Jesus.
Oh, stop. But the thing is, though, when you said, Ollie, about Elvis collectability has died because the original generation is somewhat past, I'm inclined to agree with that. But that's where I think the difference is. As much as I love Elvis, I tend to think that the Beatles transcend better to younger people as they stay.
Following his FTDs still sell out, and
yeah, but let's be honest. How many do you think, if you're 16, 17, you're more likely to want to listen to Beatles later stuff, the Blue Album stuff, than Elvis 50s? No, I mean,
but the 16 and 17-year-olds eventually turn 30 and 35, and some of them will want to explore some of this other stuff eventually.
Okay, then maybe Elvis will become collectible again. Then, by the time they get older,
that's.
But you have to make it accessible.
It's a different kind of appeal because let's face it. In the '60s, Elvis was just making movies.
Mm.
And so there's a big gap there between when Elvis was, the rock and roll guy of the 50s, and then when he, started playing Vegas in the 70s. And it's sort of like, it's a different, I think it's a different demographic for Elvis than you would have for the Beatles. And like it or not, I'm not, I'm not knocking Elvis or anything like that. I'm not a big Elvis fan, but I think Elvis, I'm going to get in trouble here, but I think Elvis kind of hurt his career a little bit, and he does give off, particularly in the 60s when he was selling out to the whole movie thing. And it was okay for people of that generation, but today's generation looks at that and they kind of look at it as a bit of a joke, honestly.
Yeah,
and so he doesn't have that, and and it's just they don't really understand Elvis's significance in terms of popular music. They just see what they see, right? And it's they don't have that background or the understanding of the background. So, whereas the Beatles, they've always been seen as a serious influence in popular music. Where I think Elvis, and it's just my opinion, but I think Elvis maybe hurt himself a little bit there.
No, I think that's very true. I mean, actually, I enjoy those crazy movies, stupid movies for what they are, though.
Yeah.
And I do like a lot of the music, but that's just me. I think what you say is true, generally speaking. Yeah, and I just don't think he translates as well to a lot of youth these days.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting that. Exactly, and I think some of it is because of his career, and had he been as what's the word I'm looking for, prolific in the 60s, music wise, as he had been in the 50s. Elvis's albums were all soundtracks, right? And so at least that's the impression people get. And so had he been as prolific to the same degree of significance, it'd be a whole different story. But I think the 60s weren't good for Elvis's career. That's the way I look at it. And that's one of the reasons the Beatles became so popular, is because that old generation of rockers kind of fell out of favor for a while. And there was this big void there. And then all of a sudden we get the British invasion and everybody's jumping onto that, right? Well, the reason that happened in part is because there was a big void left there. All of a sudden these guys disappeared. Jerry Lee was marrying his niece, or and Chuck Berry was doing weird things. Elvis went into the
he was in jail, actually. It's not like they all, something happened to most of them. They didn't disappear on purpose. No, something happened. Little Richard found religion. Chuck Berry was in jail. Jerry Lewis married his cousin. One by one, boom. Elvis went into the army. One by one, boom, 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 boom. There's suddenly,
Yeah. Well, and then when Elvis came back in the 60s, what was he singing? Crawfish.
I love Crawfish. It's a movie song. It fits the movie.
While he was in the army, I don't know this, but I think while he was in the army, that's probably when Colonel Tom Parker started going to Hollywood and negotiating a movie contract. All he was gone.
Put that back for a minute, Dr. Martin, because I want to say something on that. Look who's fighting. See, that's the thing. I got done saying, because you do this, you trip over yourself. You try to cover all your bases, And I say I love Elvis. I consider myself an Elvis fan, but Beatles first. But nevertheless, that's always the diehard Elvis fans always hang their hat on that. It's one thing. The only thing they can say these days. Elvis was first, so to speak. That's debatable, but he was the first. He inspired the Beatles. John Lennon said, "quote Before Elvis, there was nothing." Unquote. And they love saying that. There's even I think Lennon's quote. Somebody told me is even at Graceland. John Lennon says, "Before Elvis, there was nothing." John said a lot of things, and he changed his mind.
He had Bing Crosby.
But okay, so you got that. So he was the first, and that's debatable. But okay, that doesn't give him a pass that he's better than everybody else. I don't know.
He was the guy that you could photograph and put on the cover of magazines and show on TV. He wasn't the first, but he was the first to be accepted.
Yeah,
on a
because
kind of broad scale.
See,
yeah.
and there's and
Except
that's
for
not
the
really
little
the point though. Like, yeah, obviously Elvis was an influence and a huge influence on a lot of the bands of the '60s. But what I'm saying is that during the '60s, he wasn't. I mean, he was there to get all these guys started, but during the '60s, Elvis was off doing other things, and he basically walked away from the sort of things he was doing in the '50s. His career took a different direction.
Sure.
And then all these other guys came in, so Elvis didn't cross the generations to the same degree that the Beatles did, or the Stones, or the Who, or any of these other guys.
And I was going to
And
say that too.
it's not a knock against Elvis, and it certainly doesn't. I don't mean to diminish his
If you
influence.
think about it,
It's
nobody in the '50s did.
just what it was, you know.
Nobody that started in the '50s actually transitioned well into the '60s.
No,
you could argue Chuck Berry did the best, but he still didn't do that.
And would you say that the Beatles, even though the Beatles obviously they loved Elvis, they were so influenced, he was the king to them with he was the guy, the god that came. But nevertheless, like Paul said earlier, like Marcus is saying here, what I agree, I think it is highly debatable that Buddy Holly may be a bigger influence in their style. I don't hear a lot of Elvis in their style. Maybe I'm wrong. I see more Buddy Holly. I see Chuck Berry, Carl Perkins. I don't know.
Well, growing up in the '60s, okay, it was all about AM radio and the hits, right? That's where people got their music. Well, I can't remember hearing a lot of Elvis in the '60s on the radio.
Me either.
Right? Or Buddy Holly, or Chuck Berry, or any of those guys.
No, it was
right.
So
that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not about how the influences. Where was their presence? They didn't have a presence in the '60s.
Yeah, like I said, nobody transitioned well from the '50s into the '60s. No one. I mean, arguably, maybe the man, believe it or not, that transitioned the best from the '50s to the '60s is Frank Sinatra. I mean, seriously, and I'm being serious here. He still had some cachet and some cool about him.
Yeah.
And almost nobody else did. Dean Martin a little bit, but but it was more those people than the rock and roll people. Some of them reemerged in the '70s, weirdly, but in the '60s, they were pretty much
not even
guys like Andy Williams. Like Andy Williams was huge in the '60s. He was massive.
Yeah, and he started in the '50s. It was the crooner people that made it, but the rockers didn't.
Yeah.
None of them.
Anyway, it's not a knock against those guys. It was just generational, I think. And, like I bought that Buddy Holly collection, right? Like, I get it. I get it. I'm not saying it's not great music or anything. It's just that, other people took over. Other people picked up the torch and ran with it, and that's the way it is.
The Beatles like the Everly Brothers.
Yeah.
In fact, I think in arguably on the Decca tapes, maybe Paul hasn't. I always say Paul didn't find his regular sound yet, like how he was going to sing, and sometimes he's doing a kind of Elvis thing, and some of the songs, and I'm thinking to myself, it doesn't work for the Beatles, actually, to me,
And he admits trying to mimic Little Richard. I mean, he admits that. So, you're right. He's still looking for his sound, and the Beatles were looking for their sound. They were coming up with their. It wasn't really till they stopped doing, well, I guess before that, but I mean, it took them a while to figure out what their sound was, and George Martin helped them with that. I think that was his biggest contribution. I think was he helped them find their sound.
Yeah. And anybody that thinks he didn't just listen to the Decca tapes and then please me, and there's quite a bit of a difference.
No, sure, absolutely, he's definitely the fifth Beatle in my book.
Yeah, like chronologically, there's not a lot of time between the Decca audition and Please Please Me, but it's a different band. It's a completely different band.
I'm still amazed. I've said this many times. When I grew up and I was younger, I was growing up. I always thought the Beatles. I had all these songs, John and Paul. They wrote a lot of songs, but nothing really that great or good, even. Love Me Do, maybe Ask Me Why. A couple of things like that. Then. All of a sudden, they started. How do you do that? All of a sudden, when they started recording officially, Now they're writing all these great songs. I mean, the early ones.
Well,
They're good songwriters. How do you just do that at the? It's not like they were doing that in the 57, 8, or whatever, 9, not
that happened
60.
to everybody. The Rolling Stones had never written a song until they wrote no, I can't remember which.
Well, their first 3 albums are cover versions.
Yeah. So they wrote the song "As Tears Go By" was like the first song they ever. And suddenly they're writing everything, and they're freaking brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Aftermath was really the first album where you got Richards and Jagger doing, the bulk of the material.
Yeah.
Up until then it was, all cover blues versions. That's great stuff. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job, but as composers, it took them a while to get their wheels turning. But when they did, my God, it's great stuff. Like you listen to songs like Paint It Black. I mean, what an incredible song lyrically. The Beatles never did anything like that. That's a really deep song, And for that time period, it's like, my God, these guys are really into something.
They were all listening to that Bob Dylan guy.
I'm just saying.
Well, Bob Dylan was just as influenced. I love Dylan too. You don't.
Dylan before he left Minnesota, I don't think Dylan had ever written a song in his life. And all of a sudden, a year and a half later, he comes back to Minnesota and he's got all these songs that he's written, and he's a good guitar player.
Well, I guess it can happen. I just find it amazing that they wrote Beatles were writing John and Paul were writing some crap before, a lot of crap.
Well, again, we have to remember that we only know the ones that were successful. There's probably for every one successful, there's like 20,000 that weren't. So we're kind of cherry picking it a little bit there because
George Martin. I mean, that's just what he said. Said that they didn't really have a lot of good songs. It's hard for them to find something other than "Love Me Do" and whatever they.
How do you do it? Like, do this other thing.
Well, I never understood that either. The Beatles didn't like that, and it's just the same kind of pop bubblegum crap they were writing. I don't understand.
Well, they didn't want. They already had decided, I think, by that point that they only wanted
to do their own
songs to be on singles. I think if George would have, if he'd have held it back and they were making the Please Please Me album, and George said, "Hey, why don't you try to do this on the album?" They might have been more we'll do that for the album, point. But they didn't want it as an A side of a 45.
But they were also very ballsy of them to do that. They had, they were lucky to be getting a contract, and they said, "Oh no, we only do our own songs,"
Well, imagine if they'd taken George Martin's advice and only did songs that were turned in or by other people.
Well, he said, well, I agree with George Martin because originally there's nothing that really knocked him out. Then until they did Please Please Me, but they had to speed it up because it was done very slow at first.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, you've just recorded your first number 1.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like, okay, how about She Loves You? How about
Yeah, that's what I mean. Then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, and all of a sudden, it's like,
I don't think For Me to You is such a great song.
No,
but I never liked it that much. But as a kid, I liked it, but not so much now.
The drum beat is pretty pedantic. I mean, it's just
but
it's not very imaginative at all.
But you always hear what
loves you on.
You always hear what Paul McCartney tries to say about it. He always says, like, "But for me, I don't know how to describe it." But the part where he goes, "I got arms that long," it changes the tempo or whatever you call it. They never did that before, so that was like another thing we tried. That part, however it went, "I got arms out the."
But that's probably the George Martin influence. Like, guys, why don't you do this? And oh, hey, all right, a light bulb goes off. Like, do chord changes, do something, to. Well, that's nice, Ollie. Ollie's got arms that long.
However that is, how the tempo goes, or maybe that's not the right word I'm using. The mood of it goes like down,
What I found interesting is if you listen to the first albums, like if you compare the Who's first album against the Beatles' first album against the Stones and against the Kinks, the production of the Beatles album, just the overall production and sound quality is like acres above the other three.
Yeah.
And so I think that helped them a lot too. And of course, that's got to be Abbey Road and George Martin, right?
Yeah, I've often wondered about that. What would have happened if the Beatles, or at least in the States, I'm thinking of, had been on Decca or
Yeah.
Well, they also had,
Columbia or something.
Andrew Oldham and
London.
Paul Talmy as producers, and they wanted that sound. That was a difference too. I mean, they both wanted the records to sound like that. And George Martin,
but it's like it's a dated sound, though. Like it's very dated. Like when you listen to that now with all the echo, and it sounds like they're recording it in a men's room. You know, like it just, the sound is very, very dated, and particularly with the Kinks and the Stones, you play their first albums, and it's like the Who are a little better. Like Tommy seemed to have a little better handle on it, but
well, Tommy did the first two albums too, or the first Kinks album too. That was Tommy.
Just the overall production quality was.
Yeah, if the Beatles had put out a song that hit number 21 on the charts, they would have considered that a failure.
And the interesting, like, Please Please Me was 2 tracks, right? Wasn't that recorded on a 2-track machine? So, you know, that in itself pretty impressive. So,
yeah. What the heck was his name? Dick? That wasn't Dick James, was it?
No.
No.
Dick James was the publisher. Who was the other guy? Not Larry Pond. No, it wasn't Larry Pond.
I don't know. Who's the Decca guy?
Well, there you got me. I should know that.
I know. I should know that too.
Well, I should too, and I can't think.
Larry Fine.
No, not
hey, Group Sweet Guitars are on the way out, Mo.
Dick Rowe.
Dick Rowe.
Yeah.
Dick Martin.
Yeah, Dick Rowe, I think.
But then there's that whole story, you know, in that book, Tune In, the Mark Lewison book, which is very good. He did all the paperwork and the notes and found out that supposedly there was a guy who, and I can't remember the names now. Damn, I know the names. Who liked Like Dreamers Do out of the Decca tapes, and that was why
I agree with this comment.
He wanted to sign them. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I love Roll Over Beethoven, the Beatles version, but I think Don't Bother Me should have been on there. I'll even say a song objectively that I don't care for. That I think. Do You Want to Know a Secret?
Yes.
Because it's George singing, and because it was something of a popular song.
But Roll Over Beethoven was a single and was at least a minor, right? Top 40 hit. So that's probably why it's on there.
Yeah. I always like Don't Bother Me. I mean, George.
Oh, it's my favorite Beatles song. So I know
it's his favorite
on there,
song.
but
see, they could put the Canadian Mistake mix on. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but in like the late 70s, they had a Mistake mix where he said "don't" twice right in a row. And it was
really? I didn't know. It
was a mix. Yeah, they should put that on it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
On one of the Canadian pressings.
Well, I kept saying about when it comes to the Red and the Blue albums and putting new stuff on. Of course, we all have our choices.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like I don't. They shouldn't give away too much from the catalog albums. Like this has to be some kind of a value to listen. Somebody said put the medley on from Abbey Road. He should have put on. I'm like, no. You leave that to the. Let Abbey Road have some kind of value as a catalog album. I don't agree with that.
But
no, I didn't have that on there either.
I mean, if you're trying to sell it to new fans and people that don't have a lot of Beatles and stuff in their collection, I don't understand putting Within You Without You on there.
No,
that's not a song that's gonna pull new fans in.
No.
Well, can I tell you something, Marcus? I never thought I'd say this, but I didn't say this in 1980 to 1990. Or 95, but I think it's time we need some positive Lennon stuff, some Lennon boosting. We're into a point now where it's all McCartney. McCartney's all the devil incarnate. Lennon's devil incarnate, Satan himself. We got to really start getting a little more, put the Lennon back in Lennon and McCartney. So I don't mind.
Ollie, bite your tongue.
Well, again, I love that song. I just don't know. It's all about opinion. No, it's a great song. Come on.
No, I think it's great.
Can have it. Let them have it.
But Ringo really rocks on that.
Let that one go. I don't want that.
No,
I like Ringo when he does.
About my favorite
Boys.
Ringo song from the Beatles.
I like Ringo when he does Boys. I think he does a
He
terrific
does
wanna
a
hear
great
that one
job
either.
on that. Oh, this is the guy that loves Mr. Moonlight up there going like this.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is the Doc. When you stream music live, you do a sock hop. You do early rock and roll, but you don't seem to like early rock and roll. So I don't understand that.
Yeah.
What? What's wrong with the sock hop?
Well, but every time somebody brings up an early rock and roll song, no, I don't like that one. No, I don't like that song. No, I don't like that song. And it's like,
what are you talking about? You mean because it says boys?
Ah, that's not the same idea. Yeah.
As I was a kid, I always thought he was. I don't know. He was trying to like convince the girls, like, "Come on, boys," you know.
I'm talking about boys. Yeah, I'm talking about boys. I'm talking about boys.
Then why does he sing "My Girl Says" when I kiss
think
her
with him
lips?
singing it, he's just singing the girls like boys. I think there's nothing more to it.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's how I feel about it. Although it wasn't really the intent when the Shirelles did it. So Shirelles,
no,
but
I mean, as an 8 or 9 or 10-year-old, that's what I thought that he was singing, like you said, girls like boys. Well, can I say that? I don't know.
I hate when people text me during a show.
Oh, that happens.
You could ignore it.
Don't you know?
It's always a possibility.
But yeah, leave some of the songs for the. They did. It's finished now.
Yeah.
But leave some of the songs for the actual albums. Let people buy the albums too.
I still think we should go pick it.
Well, they won't make money that way.
Shouldn't we just go march over to Capitol Records?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just actually glad that they didn't do what I would have called a past masterization to it. They didn't take just the tracks from past masters that aren't on the Red and the Blue album and put those on there. And okay, that's the album.
No,
I thought that's the way it sounded like.
Well, for one thing, there's too many of them on there.
I'm
but
like,
too many, I think, on there. But they got to do them eventually. Like I said, I believe they will. So I don't know what format. I don't know how they're going to present them. But they got to do them all. Eventually, they got to put stuff like I can't think what tracks they are now. I'm drawing a blank. Like Bad Boy, I'm Down.
I don't know if there's too many. I think they could have fit because there's about 20 from that would be on the first one, but a lot of them are already on the Red and the Blue album. We Can Work It Out, Day Tripper, She Loves You.
You know what?
A lot of them are already on there. From Me to You, a lot of them are already
right.
on
There. But do we want the Red? Like say the Red album to be the one the only place where you're going to get a lot of that, I'm hoping.
That's the way it was sounding when the rumors started. That's what it was sounding like they were going to do.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want that. I'm saying I didn't want that.
Right. I know you didn't.
I'd rather have album tracks that have never seen the light of day besides maybe love songs or something.
But maybe what they'll do is when they put out the individual, when they start putting out earlier albums, they'll put corresponding singles with it. Maybe that's how
I think they will. I think they'll have to. I think like Bad Boy will be on Help.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I mean. Yeah.
So what are they going to do with the Yellow Submarine soundtrack? Right. So that's
right.
Because that's an official Beatles album, but I doubt very much they're going to redo it. What I would like to see is an EP, a Yellow Submarine EP.
Then they're going backwards.
That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Yet they never did it. I'd like to see that, but here's the problem. Again, the only guys like us would be interested in that. It's not the target market isn't going to go for that.
Yeah.
I just don't see the.
I always thought what they should do, and I don't usually like this kind of thing, but I'll make the exception. You take Magical Mystery Tour, do a Magical Mystery Tour with Yellow Submarine songs on them on that too. That's as extras. Or
the Russian album did that. Have you seen the Russian album of that? That's what they did. That's exactly what they.
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, because Martin always loves to pull chain. Yeah, Martin, you can believe whatever you want. I wish you were right. You're in Ireland. I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, I don't know what you're reading. I read social media. I read Facebook. I read videos, everything. All the comments are anti-John. He's a wife beater. He makes fun of cripples. The guy was nasty. He hit Cynthia. Yeah, he was whatever. He was a lousy deadbeat dad. That's all I'm reading about. So you could say whatever you want, but I don't know where you're getting this, because everybody is like John's a bastard, and that's it. Son of a B, and that's it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might even. Do I have that? I might even have that.
Yeah, I don't have. That's one of the few I'm missing.
No, I don't.
I
Oh,
do
they put
not
them
have
together.
that.
Okay.
Ooh.
They put them together.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have it.
Yeah.
Well,
You
did
lost
this-
some.
They did that with Revolver and Sergeant Pepper too. That one I do have.
Yeah, I've got that.
Something fell out of the album, So
Yeah. So this is really hard to find. This is a little. Well, it's kind of like what you get with Only It's Different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah. Definitely. I don't have
Yeah, they
that. That's
redrew
right.
everything. Like they
Not easy
redrew
to
the
find
cover
pressing
of Yellow
date.
Submarine. I mean,
Yeah, they usually get thrown out, but this is what you get with if you get the full thing. But anyway,
That's
so that's
very
what they did with the Russian album. And it's
Well,
kind of
they got, because it's weird. Like, how do you present these things? The only way. I never liked the past masters title or any of that. Just throw everything on there. And, yeah. But I like the idea. I guess you're gonna have to put them with the corresponding albums. Like,
yeah. I mean, I understand why they did that originally, and it was, what else were you gonna do? They just wanted to have every Beatles song out on CD. Well, what are you gonna do? Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll put out these 2 albums that will have everything else, and
Oh yeah, those are the Russian labels.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've got some of them, but I don't have that.
these actually sound really good too. I don't know if people have heard them. I got the whole.
I have a lot of them. I do not have.
Yeah, I've got the whole Beatles
MMP
collection on
one.
Russian, and they got a really warm sound to them. They sound.
Marcus, the most popular Beatle according to who these days? I'm telling you, Paul's the one that's still alive. He's out there. He's touring. He's making music. And you go and ask young people. They can't even tell you any of the Beatles. The young people these days, if you ask who them are, but they may know Paul McCartney a little bit. But they're not gonna John Lennon, unless they know that was the guy that was shot, right? But even that they don't really know.
Yeah.
They know more about Drake than John Lennon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call Drake Duck.
Yeah. Now what do we?
Yeah,
got?
I have that one.
Ooh,
I have that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Then they give you a little, key for the figures.
Yeah, I think I have that too. I think
But
mine has these.
this one has extra people on it. That guy right there.
Yeah.
That's the owner of the record company. He stuck himself in there.
Oh.
And he does that. He does that all the time on Beatle album covers. You'll find he stuck himself in there somewhere.
Most of the Russian
There's a couple
albums
of
have
extra
changed
people
the
there. I
title.
think this guy here is an extra one, and I think Karl Marx or somebody is in here
I think
too.
that one you just pointed at was Magic Alex.
I don't know, but there's a couple of extra people on this, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, most
But
of
he
the
sticks
Russian
himself
albums.
in there. I've got a copy of Led Zeppelin 4, and the front of it, where they had that picture frame. It's actually a picture frame of him. He put himself on it. It's really funny. Anyway,
He doesn't have much of an ego, does he?
well, I think it's kind of neat that he did it. It's just a sense of humor, right? But anyway.
Yep.
But these sound really good. Like this, that's not the original Klaus Vormann.
Yeah,
You can
no,
see
most of them
actually
were
Mhm.
There's a lot of different stuff
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah, well, Yellow Submarine is different too. They redrew the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a 10th grader did it or something. Yeah.
I have the white album, and you open the gatefold, and there's the 4 black and white pictures on the inside. They're drawings. They're not even photographs. They're actually drawings of those pictures.
No, I don't believe that anymore. I don't want to fight this guy. Nothing but fighting with this guy. It just drives. It's so hard to resist this guy. I disagree with you, okay? We just disagree, that's all. John was the guy. I used to think he was the guy. Now I think Paul was the guy. And not because Paul's pushing it. The guy was the best musician. He was the most dedicated to his craft. He wanted to work all the time.
Yeah, they're just drawings. They're not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
photographs.
see, what am I talking about? I got that. I'm sorry. I have that one.
Look at
so
I
Paul,
always like
I'm sorry. It's like
the Russian Apple label. There's your Russian Apple label.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
What is the Russian Now and Then going to look like?
I wonder. It might have a really good cover.
It's going to come out as a colored X-ray.
Yeah.
So I took these photos and I blew them up into like 8x10s or something, and they actually look really nice.
Yeah, I mean, whoever did it did a nice job. I'm not putting it down. They did a really nice job of drawing those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're not.
I have a few of those. I don't know which ones I have actually. Like I
I know I don't have Yell Submarine Magical Mystery
No,
Tour.
I don't think
There's
I do.
two versions of it. One, Mrs. Piggy's is listed in the track listing. It's in Russian, but one of them, Piggy's, is missing.
Uh-oh.
It's on the album, but they didn't list it in the track listing.
Oh,
I don't know. I'd have to look at mine. I don't actually know which one I have.
Anyway, it's neat.
It's cool. It's for collectors only.
I did come with a poster as well, but they're really rare.
I don't have a poster. I don't think.
Yeah.
Did you
I don't
get one?
think. I don't know. I don't.
I found a photo of it and I just printed it out as an 8x10 again. And
I bought mine actually from a dude in Russia on eBay. I bought two different lots of Russian Beatle albums, and all told, it wasn't that expensive. Even shit.
Well, those guys will take anything you give them. Like they had them listed.
Yeah.
I bought a couple of them for like half the price they were listed at. I made an offer and the guy accepted it, right? Because they just need their money. They need your money bad over there. So you can get a steal on a lot of these things.
So, and one of them wasn't the right album in the jacket, but I paid so little that I couldn't really complain about it.
I agree with Marcus. I've always said that. I've always agreed with that. I've always said, the Beatles are four guys. But even I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Even I'm affected by this whole thing the last 20 years. Even I'm seeing, like, my eyes go to Paul. I got to say, even though I'm a John guy, because I just happen to like John's personality and stuff the best and interesting, I can see musically Paul's the guy. I mean, they're all, but he's the one that was dedicated, would stay in the studios after hours, work the hardest, try to keep the band together. It was a workaholic. John wanted to get out of it. He's lazy. John nicked more songs than Paul did. What?
To redo Ringo's drumming.
Yeah, and what else can you say? I mean, I have to admit it. John's my favorite. He's always going to be, but I'm starting to realize it took me a while. I'm like,
the guy in the later years.
I'm hitting over the head. Paul, he's the most natural, talented musician. Plays the most most instruments. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like today they played Albatross again on the Beatles show. They played Albatross by Fleetwood Mac again, showing how John got stuck. He nicked everything, John. Practically everything's nicked. Maybe Paul too, but maybe he disguises it a lot better. I don't think Paul as much as John though nicked things, But it's just a lot of things that I'm like, wow, I don't know. And definitely, I think John was a little jealous of Paul as a songwriter and stuff.
But John had bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Chase Yoko.
That's right. Yeah, it's right. Your personal life should come, and your people you love should come ahead of the music, I think. But,
Dead wax. What do you mean this fall guy? What? No.
Yeah, I don't even go there.
No.
I smell meatloaf.
Yeah.
It's like I say, Paul was the one that lived. The other three drowned in a boating accident.
That's what. Maybe that's
what.
happened.
We watched Ringo go over the falls.
When they were filming Help in the Bahamas, the three of them drowned.
I love John, but I don't think he had a better voice. But that's all. That could be subjective.
I think in the earlier days he did. John just had a good rock and roll voice. That's the way I see it.
Even if you didn't think so.
He didn't like his voice.
He's a better singer now. Poor Paul. He blew out his
Ringo's a
voice.
better singer now.
Well, Ringo's the best singer in the Beatles right now.
Well, it's just true. He had nowhere to go, nowhere to fall.
Has anyone ever heard Stu Sutcliffe sing?
No.
No.
I think that would be an interesting find if somebody did.
There's a band out here in BC. They call it the Sutcliffes, and they're a Beatles tribute band. And friends of ours went to see them, and so I don't know why they call themselves the Sutcliffes, but so I had to give them the whole history, and they were actually kind of impressed that they called themselves that after Stewart. Yeah, they had no idea about the Stewart.
Was there 5 guys in the band? And
Well, they didn't know about Stewart Sutcliffe, and I said, well, that's why they thought, well, was that some sort of town they came from? I said, no. Stuart Sutcliffe was the first bassist in the Beatles.
Yes.
And they
they
didn't
probably
realize
got a duck-tailed drummer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently I'd never seen them, but apparently they're a really good tribute band.
Sutcliffe had a Scottish accent? Well, they all had accents.
Liverpool accents, oddly enough.
Yeah.
I forgot his name already. How good did Pete Best sing?
Well, he sings. He's on records.
Sing.
He's on records. I can't think because I haven't played them. What else is new?
I
don't know if there are any Stu recordings. I couldn't tell you.
He wasn't around from My Bonnie or.
Oh no,
He was gone by then.
No, yeah. There's those Wildcat tapes. He might be playing on those. I don't know. They're fairly early.
He wasn't really with them that long.
No.
So
a year or so.
He was more of a friend that hung around them rather than an actual, because he couldn't play. He couldn't play anything really. But
no.
Well, maybe the Star Club, maybe because it's Hamburg stuff.
I don't think so. I think he's on that stuff.
No, the Star Club thing is December '62. That's a whole other argument. That's why I place little value in that. Everybody thinks it's such a big find. I'm like, recently a picture showed up at Color. I don't know if it's really from there. Supposedly it's from that album where they got, ties on, because that's Ringo's on drums. Then Love Me Do's released.
Yeah,
they've gone beyond that stuff really, and I just don't think it's as much of a find as it would have been if you had, when Pete Best was on the drums and they were there in '61 or something, or '60, whatever the heck it was. I got to know my Beatles, '60, '61. So I'm like, yeah. People tell me, well, at least it's a record of hearing them sing those songs, those old, those covers and everything. And I'm like, yeah, but they were already on their way by that time.
Stu Sutcliffe could have been the first Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
It worked out for Sheeran, didn't it?
This is true.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Stu was Scottish. He was from Scotland.
Okay.
That would make him Scottish.
Yeah, that
would be.
How'd you figure that out?
I'm smart.
Man, I'm thinking if I should go have dinner or not.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, I smell meatloaf in there.
What does meatloaf smell like?
Meatloaf.
No, but he died a year or so ago.
Yeah, I don't want to smell meatloaf. That's for sure.
Oh no, Marcus says goodbye and
stay away from the cool. I can't help it; it's everywhere. I surrender. I realize Paul's the man. I tell you, But that's not. John hasn't been around though 43 years or whatever it's been. So.
I never got that Paul versus John thing. I just think to me it's a weird conversation.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It sounds like I'm in favor of that, but it's almost inevitable to a degree. I mean, I think they're both great. Lennon and McCartney
But here's
together.
the thing: you don't hear it about Mick and Keith.
I was just
It's all
thinking the
mixed.
same thing. You don't hear,
You
you don't hear, you know,
don't hear
oh,
that. You
Jagger's
don't hear
better
that
than
kind of stuff
Richard.
going
No,
on.
you don't hear.
Well,
that,
it's all Mick. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
it's
just me.
not though. But I mean, it's just a weird conversation. I don't know why people even go down that road.
Look, I think because they're so different, I'm thinking, and some people say no, they really were not. They actually are very much the same, and I'm like, no, to me, they're very different, John and Paul, and that's probably why. But that's the yin and the yang. I mean,
Yeah.
they work good together, because of that.
It's like when I was in high school, I never understood this. Like you had to be a Stones fan or you had to be a Beatles fan. You couldn't be both. And like
Right.
it's like, why? Somebody tell me why I can't like both. Because
the Beatles were
geez,
the Stones
lots of
were.
room on my turntable for both. I don't get that.
The Beatles were for girls. The
That's
Stones.
what it
were
was. It's amazing the peer pressure that was about. The Beatles are a bunch of hacks. You're going to be in the Stones. It's like, well, history says a little bit different. But anyway, I could never understand it. It was the same with the Who and Zeppelin. You couldn't like both. You had to like the Who or you like Zeppelin, but you weren't allowed to like both.
Yeah.
I like
it's just weirdness. It's just weirdness. It's almost like it's their ego, like they're living vicariously through these bands, and if you didn't like the Who, you didn't like that person or whatever. It's like, whatever. Never got that.
No.
Never understood it.
I don't know. I think everybody has like maybe an edge, like a leaning slightly, even if it's slightly to one than the other, maybe. But like the Stones and the Beatles. What's that thing about Elvis and the Beatles? It was from Pulp Fiction, but I know it was taken out. Was taken out where Uma Thurman says, are you an Elvis guy or a Beatles guy? Now both people could like Elvis. You can like Elvis and the Beatles both, but you can't like one more than the other. So which are you? Or something like that. You gotta like one more than the other. I'm sorry, it's getting dinner time. I gotta eat. So which one are you, an Elvis guy or a Beatles guy? Yes, John Travolta. He says an Elvis guy. It's like you can like them both, but this line says, but there's always one maybe you prefer a little more. I don't know if that's true. Like even with the Beatles and the Stones, do you have a preference, Paul, by any chance? By a little bit, even or they both
I've always been a Beatles fan. They'll always be the closest to my heart, but that's not it. I'm not going to die on that hill. Let's put it that way. It's like, it's all great music and I'm a music fan and I'm a musician, I'm a music fan. And if it's good music, fine. I'm not going to my ego doesn't rest on people believing that the Beatles are better than the Stones. It's to me, it's like, okay, fine. You like the Stones better. That's great. What is it? And I'll have that conversation. What is it about the Stones you like better than the Beatles? And ultimately, people, if they're open about it, they'll come to the understanding that both are great bands, both contributed in major ways, and they come from different origins. Beatles were rock and roll, the Stones were blues, and that's you can still hear that in their music.
Yeah,
you listen to the Beatles, you hear
exactly. I don't like it. No offense to Randy, but I don't like when people call the Beatles a pop band. They weren't a pop band. They were a rock and roll band.
I always cheat. I call
them a rock and roll band for sure.
They're a rock and roll band. They weren't a pop band.
Well, I mean, if you understand anything about the Beatles in Hamburg, you're not going to call them a pop band.
Not in Hamburg, but I may when they're doing "Till There Was You" and "Taste of Honey" and
but the Stones did songs like that too.
Yeah, something.
I mean,
how can I say pop rock and be safe? Pop rock.
Pop rocks, weren't they? Candy pop rocks. Anyway, well, they were rock and roll. I mean, they loved Elvis, they loved Buddy. They were those. The Stones. They looked at guys like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, and these, totally different stuff going on there.
Yeah. And for Keith, it was Chuck Berry, but.
For Keith,
thank goodness, or they would have been a more blues band than they were if it weren't for Keith's obsession.
Keith met Mick because he saw Mick on a bus, and Mick had an armful of blues records, and that's why he approached Mick, because he wanted to know about these blues records, because you couldn't get them in England, because they're all in America, right? And so that's what connected the two, was that Mick was walking around with an armful of blues records, and Keith was, I got to check out this guy,
Yeah.
So that's, it's just, but yeah, it's just which one I like best. I mean, one day it'll be the Beatles. Like, it's just different music, and I'm open to hearing both music, but there's your answer. I mean, look whose pictures are up
true.
there, right?
And I say I like them both. I always say that. There's this misnomer going around there that because I center my channel primarily on Beatles and they are my favorites, that I don't listen to anything else. That's these people like to yank chains as other people. It's bullshit. I guess it's
got it.
That's hard.
I am the wall, and it's right there.
Yeah.
I gave up on that after about a week. I don't want to play that game anymore.
Good job.
You have to build the puzzle.
I hate to do this, but I gotta go. I have to eat dinner. I could hear I think the food's on the table. I'm still here. I'm supposed to get off by 7.
The meatloaf is ready.
So it's good talking to you all, and let's do it again. Soon, which I'm sure we will. And remember, before I go, number one in England. Number one in England. Wait a minute, come on.
Next week.
Oh, we don't have Brad to get his anymore.
I got my CD this time.
Oh, the CD. Okay, yeah.
We'll have ours.
And like you said, the CD is the only place you have the lyrics. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not on the album. I don't know why. But I don't care. I got the CD. So.
All right, everybody. Cheers.
Okay, see you, Joe.
See you, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
And then number 4.
It's time. Isn't it time to?
Oh, Jeff, are you leaving too?
Oh, shortly. Yeah.
Okay, but
Well,
we're over 3 hours.
Before you end it, Doc, can I do a little promotion? I was actually working on a podcast today, so
you have
within the next day or two, I should have a new podcast out. The first one in a couple months. So yeah, a new Snap Crackle Pop vinyl hour should be up in the next couple of days. I got about half of it mixed right now.
Okay.
So.
And then you got to put on Now and Then.
The drought will be over.
Okay.
That's it.
The drought is over. Yeah. And I got a sock hop from last year I've never used.
The one, yeah.
There's
you have to do it some night.
last summer. What? What does this mean? August 6th, tut, tut, tut. What's that mean?
Well, it's probably the last time I did a podcast. I don't know, but other people know, which is kind of scary, but cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing
working
that,
it down. Like last time.
Yeah, so yeah, it probably won't be tonight because I haven't narrated. I haven't done any talking yet either. But it's half mixed now. At least have it all mixed. And then I'll have to, talk about it.
Somebody wants to know about the weather.
Cold.
It's
cold here. Yeah, it's been
here too.
Nice and sunny today. I had the dogs out for a walk before.
47 degrees here today.
It's been raining all day here.
Yeah, here too.
It's 11 Celsius here.
Yeah.
So that's
47 Fahrenheit. 47 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But that's if you really want the where'd it go?
Oh, the tuck.
Yeah. It'll come up in a second there. It's coming. Here it comes. 24.
And tuck.
24 and they probably got snow by now.
Oh, they'll have snow, yeah.
Put on your long handle.
I thought 47 degrees was cold.
The ocean will start to be freezing over and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ollie loves Snap Crackle Pop.
Oh, great.
These days. Nice.
Well, thank you, Ollie. New one coming, and then it will be regular again. I'm not just gonna do one and no, it'll be regular again.
I know. We had near 80 on Friday, so like
right.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
we did too. And now today it's raining all day, and I think I hit 49 here maybe today.
Yeah.
What? Brian Jones' dog took a bad LSD trip? What? That's
Okay.
that, you know,
Okay.
that's breaking news right there. Ooh. Huh. Well, that's rewriting history.
Sounds
Poor
good.
dog.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we got quiet. That means I have to play something.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
How do you get shirts so clean, Mr. Lee?
Ancient Chinese secret.
My husband, some hotshot. Here's his ancient Chinese secret. New improved Calgon. Calgon's 2 water softeners soften wash water so detergents clean better. In hardest water, Calgon helps detergents get laundry up to 30% cleaner. We need more Calgon. Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Calgon helps detergents get laundry up to 30% cleaner.
Do you realize his wife just cost him a whack of business?
I know.
Yeah.
I actually remember that commercial quite vividly.
Oh, I did too. He used to play it during the hockey games all the time.
Yeah.
I'm so racist.
Yeah, it's racist, but it was, you know.
But I
It's
love
not
that one.
racist.
It was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah.
Washing machines live longer with Calgon? Ah.
Probably. Yeah.
So
You
do
live
Chinese
longer if you don't wash your clothes too.
Mm.
Just saying.
Good. Well, I think we must be all talked out.
Yeah. For
So,
one Sunday.
I'm exhausted.
yeah,
I am getting hungry myself. Yeah.
Okay, so hey, let's end the stream right now.
Okay.
Say goodbye to
See you
everybody.
next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Next week it will be another month. It will be November.
Don't come to my house for Halloween. I'm giving out sardines.
Yeah, all the Halloween candy will be half price.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
go buy it, and people fight over it, and they tear open the bags, and candy goes everywhere.
Throw out those fruity things on the people's
I'm going to
lawn.
give out Calgon for Halloween.
There you go.
Here, hold out your hands.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
That's all, folks.